Hello, and welcome back to Blackfeather Guild. We're going to be doing episode 4 of Water tonight. We lost a player character last week, Dylan, and he got crushed between two amorous viper krakens, or kraken vipers, whatever they're called. Anyways, it was not a pretty death. So we're going to see how the crew is adjusting to that and meet the new character for Patrick. Um, Before we go introduce everybody, though, I wanted to take a quick moment to talk about viewer actions and how you can get involved from the audience. There's a number of different ways that you can do so. One of the easiest ones is through the game tweet, which is right there in chat. So for every 10 interactions on that, that's likes, retweets, and comments, a D4 goes to the cast and to me. And we can use those on any rolls that we would like to boost some numbers. So if you're just shy of a DC, 1 or 2 points away, a D4 can make a big difference there. Other ways that you can get involved is through plot points and guild coins. Guild coins allow you to do a number of different things, including little things like highlighting your message in chat, and things like that. And then you can also use guild coins to get plot points, which you'll see right over here. And those allow you to kind of side seat DM in a good way. You can interject things into the game, change things, or even take things out of the game. Depending on how many plot points you spend, that kind of determines the impact of your suggestions. You can find all the details about it in the panels down below, or if you click the little rainbow colored icon right below your Twitch chat box, the one with the black feather crest on it, that'll give you a full description of each individual thing that you can spend guild coins on as well. With the plot points, as well as the complication that we'll talk about in a second, the DM does have final say on that, so if you throw something in that's really going to break the game or just really disrupt things way too much, might edit it down a little bit to make it fit a little bit better, but for the most part, we'll try to stick to what you suggest as close as possible. And then, so that's guild coins and the tweet of the game. And then finally, if you would like to donate and help keep the lights on and so forth, help support the channel, there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. One of the more direct ways is at the bottom of this chart here, coffee.com/raven or raven.rocks. Either of those addresses will allow you to make direct donations. And with those, you'll get a lot of the things that are on this chart here. You can also use bits and subscriptions through Twitch. And then finally, we do have bonuses for our patrons on Patreon. So if you're a Bard tier patron or higher, and Bard tier starts at $15 a month, you get credits towards viewer actions every month. The cool thing about that is, in addition to all the other stuff that you get with the by being a patron, you get the full amount in viewer action credits. So Bard tier is $15 a month, so you get $15 a month worth of viewer action credits to use on any show on Blackfeather Guild. It's pretty cool. Another really cool thing about Patreon right now, I'm getting ready to release Fundamental RPG 2nd Edition, and I'm posting a lot of different previews of different sections of the book right now. In about a week, maybe a little bit less, I'm going to be posting a full playtest version on Patreon. So if you are a Bard tier patron or higher, you'll get access to that playtest of the entire system before we do some testing, final editing, and then put out the official release. So really cool stuff on Patreon to keep an eye on. Most of the stuff on this chart here is fairly self-explanatory, but in case some of it isn't, I'm going to do a quick run through and we'll go meet the cast. So we already talked about the tweets. But the 1d6, it's just like the d4. You can add it to any roll. Switch means that you'll change the action word of what you just did, and another player or a DM can be the one to use that. So to give you an example, if you are a bard and you keep saying that you want to seduce the dragon and the party is tired of your crap, they can throw out a switch and say you have to do something other than seduce. And so you as the bard have to come up with something that's not a synonym to do instead. So it's a way that you can nudge the story in different directions. Advantage and rerolls means that you roll twice and take the better of the two results. The only difference is that the advantage has to be called before you make the roll, and a reroll can be used at any time. A complication is like plot points on steroids, 1 to 3 sentences of whatever you want to use, and we will do our best to make it work in the scene. Swapping two players for 5 minutes means that excuse me, means that we will swap characters for 5 minutes. So you can have two of the cast members playing each other's characters, or you can even swap somebody out with me as the DM. So I will play their character and they'll DM for 5 minutes. I think we did that last week actually. It was pretty funny. And then finally, the one up. If there's a character in this game, especially this game, that you really want to see survive, a one up is a great way to make sure that that happens. It's not quite an I'm immortal card that you can play, but what would happen is if a character would go unconscious or otherwise die, which going unconscious in this game in the water is just about dying right off the bat because you're in the water. Anyways, a one up brings them back at one hit point. So it gives them a fighting chance to get out of the situation that they found themselves in. So if there's one of these characters that you really want to see live longer, that's a great way to do it. In this game, player characters are going to die. This planet that they're on is extremely hostile towards them. So that is something to keep in mind. With all that being said, Patrick already has done a subscription at the very beginning and has given me full reign to spend that how I like, which is very dangerous. So I think I'm going to take a switch for myself and give the cast an extra d6 with that. Just as an example of how you can use your subscription to get these viewer actions. So, all that being said, we're going to go say hi to the cast and get started with the game. Let's head over to this screen. And hello, everyone. So we're going to do some quick introductions before we start playing. I'm going to switch things up this week and start with the other side. So, Econorlax, tell us a little bit about Boris and yourself.
Hello, I'm Econorlax. I'm sorry. I will be playing Boris. Boris is a engineer, former crew member. Well, former because we have no ship. He used to be dealing with engines maintenance, and now he's responsible for cryopod and sizable number of human lives. And that's way beyond his ambition and his pay grade. So yeah, he's not really happy about this.
That's pretty fair. Next, we've got Jay. Tell us a little bit about Tamsin and yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm playing Tamsin, who is a let's say, late 60s astrophysicist who is similarly not pleased that she doesn't have any kind of ship facilities anymore. And I believe the last session that I played in recently dropped information that they're not getting rescued for at least 8 months. At least.
Minimum.
Yeah. So she's happily charting out the stars and staving off the fact that she will likely die before any of these idiots do, provided nobody dies to natural causes, which clearly. As for myself, I'm a GM and a player here on Blackfeather Guild, as well as on my own channel and Twitter and everything like that. We'll get into that at the end. I don't have the energy right now.
No worries. Next, let's hop over to Patrick. Tell us a little bit about Owen and yourself. Owen the newbie.
Oh yeah, hi. I'm Pat. I'm a tech trick on Twitter and places online, and I am playing Owen today and figuring out things about Owen still. Owen is in his early 20s, and he's a chef, and that's about all we know about Owen so far. He can cook things.
Perfect. And then next we've got Lee. Tell us a little bit about Lyle and yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am Lee/Leland/Leopold the Just, whatever. I go by various different things. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet at Leopold the Just. And I'm playing Owen. No, I'm not. I'm not playing Owen. I'm playing Lyle. Unless I could be playing Owen if you donate some cash and switch our spots. But anyway,
That's true.
I am going to be playing Lyle Henderson, keeper of the duck. He is a 36-year-old train wreck of a hairdresser, and he is just trying to keep himself and the duck alive at all costs. And he was trying to keep Dylan alive, but then like Dylan died, It was pretty sad. But the duck's still alive, so that's all that really matters. So yeah, I'm glad we didn't bring the duck with us. Anyway, I'm just hanging out, just here for the seaweed salad.
Perfect. By the way, we just hit 10 interactions on that tweet, so that's a D4 to the cast and to me, right out of the gate.
What? I get a D4. I can just like toss it something if I want to use it.
I think
Or
a
is that-
D4
Yeah,
does
yeah.
D8 damage last time I checked.
Oh, okay. No, it's
So
all
the
of us have a
cast-
D4, or do we have just one D4 among all of us to use?
There is one D4 collectively for the cast to use, so whoever
Got it.
needs it first will get it, essentially.
Okay.
The cast pool currently has 1d4 and 2d6, and the DM's pool currently has 5d4, 1d6, 1 switch, and 1 advantage. It's a little stacked in my favor in this particular show right now. Usually it's the other way around. Next we've got Zan. Tell us a little bit about Lemuel and yourself.
Hi, y'all. Lemuel is a little bit of a surly,
Just a tiny bit.
just he's a small amount of surly. The quickest way to get things done is to just go straight from point A to point B without a lot of room for subtlety. People are not his strong point, unfortunately, and he is narrowly escaping death almost every episode so far. So we're gonna see if I can keep that string of luck rolling. And I'm Zan. You can catch me at InsanityTTRPG on Twitter or InsanityGaming.com.
Lost a pinky toe last episode too.
He did, yeah, and that cauterization attempt was not stellar either.
Tried.
We tried.
Last but certainly not least, we've got Alex. Tell us a little bit about Chuck and yourself.
Heyo, I'm Alex. I'm playing Chuck Nunya, because Nunya business. Nobody noticed that one yet. Nobody noticed it yet. Chuck is a marine biologist and exobiologist who is starting to get real annoyed at the fact that nobody's listening to them when they tell people to, like, not go off alone.
It might kill. Oh wait, it did.
We were in
Yeah.
a pair.
Yeah, we paired up. You all paired up. We figured we'll pair up.
Yeah, y'all just did a bad job at it.
Very bad job.
The dice happened to roll giant, horny kraken vipers. Okay, that's not on us.
Horny Kraken Vipers. That's something to fear.
They'll
That'll
get you every
definitely be
time.
on. That's gonna be on Dylan's tombstone. Death by horny kraken vipers.
Where are we gonna find stone in this place?
Tomb metal.
His tomb kelp.
There's rocks in the ocean.
Yeah, we'll find a
If
rock.
nobody else dies, we can name the planet after Dylan.
I don't like this if.
Dylan Prime.
Smell a lot of ifs coming off this plan.
All right, Jane. So it is the next day. If I remember correctly, you all went to sleep, and I think everybody pretty much had enough food and water for once, or at least it was really close.
It was questionable.
Close.
I did. I was the closest.
Okay.
So
Yeah, all of us kept getting nauseous.
Yeah, I kept rolling very bad for my for how much it like enriched me, and then kept rolling queasy, of course. But then I had that thing that was like, no more queasy for you or whatever. So I kept rolling queasy, so it actually worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. Okay. Well, it's the next day. You've made some discoveries. You've found some blueprints. You've got some more materials. What do you want to do today?
Just so I'm clear, is this one day after the second session? Was it basically just like a day that they went through last session?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've been averaging just 1 day per session.
Okay.
Mhm.
I guess we should just name this show 24 Water Edition.
Oh my god.
No, it honestly though, it's very eventful, like very eventful game.
It's
so,
true.
It makes sense.
I'm gonna check the first thing in the morning. I'm gonna check the traps, at the net.
Okay. As I recall, the net was giving you, was it 1d4 fish per day? Or is that the other one? I know the.
I'm bad at writing things.
Oh, good. I will write it down when we
I
find
am
out.
too.
Yeah, I think
the
it was
net
either
was gonna be
1d4 or
1d4.
Okay. So it was either 1d4
I think the
or
grab
1d6,
sphere.
Yeah.
The grab sphere was going to be the bigger number. So
Okay.
You got a
yeah,
grab
1d4
sphere?
fish. Yeah.
Oh. So Tamsin's been so busy
Uh,
making this damn telescope that she doesn't even know what's going on.
You don't even know somebody's dead.
Could you give Jay access to my character sheet so they can go and mark down?
I was
all
just
the,
gonna say all the blueprints. Yeah.
Yeah, you should have them all. I updated Boris and
okay,
Oh, you
and
did?
Tamsin.
Oh,
Okay. I was
thanks.
just checking that as well. Thank you.
Yeah, just in case though.
Ooh, medpack fabricator.
I will-
Alright. Solar
yeah,
panel.
you've got access to it. You should have access to it.
Heck yeah.
So you
We
can.
did a lot
Everybody
of
should be able to see
resource
each other's
gathering.
sheets there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay. And I need to check something.
It's concerning.
So there was a roll had, and you're checking the net. So go ahead and roll 1d4 to see how many fish you caught. I'm gonna say it's 1d4 fish, and you can probably check that a couple of times a day.
Okay, cool. So that's 2 fish then.
Okay.
I got,
Not bad.
I got a little bit of breakfast for whoever wants it. I'm good.
Chuck, and Tamsin actually. Could I have the two of you do a naturalist check?
But of course.
I have to keep double checking the names of things now because so many different things are, or so many names are different in second edition.
Oh,
I've been
jeez.
working on it all week.
Like, this isn't right. I didn't write this down.
So a 13. Tamsin, I think you're probably still kind of preoccupied with
I need that.
the telescope and or the fact that Dylan just died.
Yeah, also that. So I'm kind of like, when were you going to tell me?
26.
With a 26, Chuck, you're starting to notice that those thin wispy clouds are starting to turn into thicker, more, hey, a storm is coming type clouds. The
Okay.
wind's picking up, the water's a little
Oh, shit,
choppier.
that's right. There was a storm coming.
You're probably not gonna get, like, overcome with the storm anytime in the next few hours, but it's possible it could hit by tonight.
Yee.
Okay, and we've got. Okay, what do we have left that we need to get for more desalinators? Because that's the big one, and food.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have one of those built already? I'm so
we have
behind.
3 of them.
Three.
Holy
We
shit.
built. We managed to build 3 so far. Sorry, I'm trying
We
to
were
get
very
the-
productive, regardless of.
I was gonna say this is what
Yeah.
happens.
No,
Like,
we're
someone dies, and all I hear is, "Oh, this person died," and I'm like, "Okay, but wait, what else did you do though?"
Removing Dylan.
lot.
stuff.
Getting rid
Alright,
of Dylan really allowed the group to flourish.
Oh my god.
You know, you gotta trim some of the buds off the flower.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of weighing us down, you know. We're trying to grow good fruit here.
So are you with us then? Is it Owen you're playing now?
Yep, it's I unfroze.
Okay.
And came
Let's-
back.
Popped out. Oh,
Let's
there you go.
say I was doing some maintenance on cryopods, and one was impossible to maintain longer in this state. We had to.
Oh, you had to
unfreeze.
like emergency, yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so
Actually-
I'm just trying to calculate things back out again. Ugh, sorry.
Hey, who's gonna eat this fish before it goes bad?
I'll have a bite.
I suggest Tamsin eats it because
And
Well,
I'm
you are
also
the
going
worst
to
on penalties.
suggest we set up a foundation underneath the pod today.
That's a good idea.
It's not a bad
My
idea.
brain just went to, we should set up a foundation in Dylan's name. Was what popped into my head immediately.
Oh yeah, just try and get donations from the
Just one.
locals.
Yeah, I just need one electrical kit. Okay.
The foundation to
Found-
study viper mating habits.
Foundation. Are you trying to like stabilize the building or something?
Yes, because there's a storm coming.
Oh,
And we don't.
A few
Have
hours.
we actually
but
checked what this thing's sitting on, if anything?
It's not. It's in the water.
The cryopod section.
Yeah.
It's like it's a very sandy coral reef,
Okay.
essentially. So think of like a cross between a sandbar and coral.
Okay, gotcha.
It's pretty secure. Like it would take a really strong storm to push this
Hmm.
off of here.
Sadly, however, if it did push it, there's no flotation on it.
Yeah, it would probably sink.
Yikes. Okay. No, I'm.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe,
It's sealed,
who knows?
so that's a lot of air in there. At any rate, it would make it inaccessible.
Yeah, it's a lot of titanium.
It's only
yeah.
4 titanium to make a foundation, which should be big enough for underneath.
Yeah.
You did get a lot of metal last time.
Yeah.
So how many foundations would it
Okay,
take?
so I gotta check what our stores are, but what we need to make another 3 desalinizers, which make enough water for 1 person for a day each day.
So each desalinator does,
uh,
or 6 total?
Each desalinator makes enough. We have enough solar panels to run 6 desalinators.
Holy
no
crap! I
problem.
really missed a lot. I'm looking around like, when did all this happen?
Chuck's been busy.
Yes, a desalinator will make enough water for 1 person, and then it also produces 2 salt deposits in a day as
Nice,
well,
Okay.
which you can use to make more water
Mhm.
with
Yeah.
with
The corals.
sterilizer bleach stuff.
Yep. All right. So we
Mm,
still
bleach
need.
water.
So we need, in order to make another 3, we need 12 titanium, 6 silver, and 3 copper, because we need to make 3 electrical kits, which each take 2 silver. Let me check what our group inventory
We would need
is looking
4.
like.
We'd need an extra copper per, though, wouldn't we? Because it also
Yeah.
needs copper.
Yeah. Well, we need 3 copper in total. So we have 4. We have 4 copper on hand. We have 40 titanium on hand. And
So we are short on it.
And we have 11 silver. We
Yeah, you
actually
need-
have enough to make 3 more desalinators.
Oh, sick.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So
And,
Lyle.
I'm thinking we should change Quacker's name to Dylan in honor of our friend.
No.
the duck's name is Quackers.
What?
You could
what about
you could name your little net thing after Dylan.
could Quackers be? You want me to name a net after Dylan? That sounds
Well, it's like a little fish farm. You said it was a fish farm.
Okay.
I watched
Hey,
these
hey,
giant
people,
tentacled snake things.
People,
crush
there
him
is a
with their
storm
loins.
running in. People, hi, yeah. We need
What?
food and water and get things secured.
Well, let me go check the fish trap.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, Lyle. Here are the things required. Here are the things the supplies necessary to make 3 more desalinators. I was going to ask if it would be possible for you to set them up next to the ones we already have set up over in the crash pods or
Yeah.
crashed area.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah,
Awesome.
sure. Just keep
Great.
keep an eye
Thank
on
you.
Dylan, and I will go and take care of this.
I can't keep an eye on Dylan. He got turned into
He's
hell.
talking about the duck.
No, the duck's name is Quackers.
Don't fight him on this.
Be
Please
his
don't
last
fight him on
name.
this.
Lyle. It's a big coral reef.
Right.
It's a good coral reef to be named Dylan's Reef, right?
Dylan's Reef. I like that even more. Because
Yeah,
in case
that's good.
because if
There
Quackers
you go.
dies, then we'll have to experience Dylan's death all over again.
I mean,
But with-
Yeah, it would
personally,
it would definitely have the same amount of impact.
As
I
long
would
as
be
we
a
don't
little
flood-
bit more upset not Dylan, damn it, Quackers.
You can call
Same,
him Dylan if you
honestly.
want.
Yikes. So
Uh,
so it's been what? 4 days and we're already ooh,
We're already attached to the duck. It's doing its job.
that's yeah, definitely it was attached to the duck that I was having qualms about, not
Okay.
what else do you need done, Chuck?
We are probably not going to have solar power for all of the day. So I was going to see if, Boris, you're an engineer. Can you see what we can do about making some sort of battery stores?
Okay. Let's see.
Tamsin?
No.
Yeah. It's literally been 4
Yeah.
days. How did you forget my name?
What?
I'm giving you shit. What's up, Chuck?
Well, I'm not up checking currently.
Good.
I know, right? It's pretty amazing. I think I'm finally getting my sea legs back.
Do you mind if we call you Tammy?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay, Tammy. I like that nickname. My aunt's name was Tammy. She was very nice.
Lyle. She
Just
said yes, she
no,
would
it's
mind.
no, you know what?
She would mind.
Oh, okay. I'm
Kyle.
sorry. Misinterpreted.
All right.
Raven, I have a quick
Lemuel?
question. While you're thinking about this, Chuck, would it be possible for me to make a roll to see if I know how to make I can't remember the name of them now, but they're like wave generators. They work off the kind of kinetic motion of waves to generate electricity.
Yeah, you can certainly try.
Okay.
It would be a tech engineering role, I think.
That's it. Yeah. Or a mechanic. I think it's more mechanical, but either or would probably.
You're probably right. It'd probably be like a mechanical engineering to see if you know how to make one.
Okay.
And then it would be tech engineering to program that into the fabricator.
Right. 17 on
Alright.
mechanical.
You're familiar with how they work. It's sort of like me. I know they exist. I know the basic principle of how they work.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you how to build
Likewise.
one. Boris might be able to help you with it, though.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna float that idea over to Boris once I figure out what else Chuck is thinking.
I see what you did there.
Lemuel, how do you feel about fishing? Want to go fishing with me, buddy?
Half of that plan sounds real good.
Oh, I'm glad you like spending time with me, buddy. It's okay. I'll help you fish.
Oh my
No.
god, everyone hates each other. That's great.
I like everyone, okay?
I've only
Boris finished checking on the computer.
None of us have met Owen yet.
Yeah, also that.
I've only been
Finishing-
awake for 12 hours, but yeah, you all do not seem to get along.
Finishing it with punching the computer. Durak! Hey Chuck, I finished checking our options for power. We're
Yeah.
fucked.
So when you say fucked,
You and Tamsin are like the smarty. Wait, Owen. Owen, are you any good with like power generators?
who's this? Where did you come from?
I had to defrost him because his cryopod was starting to fail.
It's not a problem with all of them, though, is it?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, hi, Owen. I'm Tamsin.
Hi, I'm Owen. I'm a chef. I've not found a kitchen yet, so I don't know how much help I'll be. But
Oh, actually,
have you all been eating this shit raw? Because you all look really. I've got a smell. You look kind of green.
Yeah.
I'm good.
No, we've been using the fabricator to cook things, but if you're a chef, you may have to actually cook.
Yeah.
Okay, I get.
It's
I
like-
mean, yeah.
It's like microwaving versus like actual cooking.
We've been eating microwave fish for 4 days.
That's about right.
You know what ducks eat?
Poop.
Wheat.
I can tell you.
Fish, they don't eat poop.
Eat a duck.
No, don't ducks eat like
I was
like
asking the
plants?
chef.
Are you implying that he's going to cook for the duck?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you have in terms?
I love Lyle.
I mean, what is there in terms of ingredients? Is there like a pantry or any storage around here? Any kind of like
We have
the ocean.
The
I'm just gonna
ocean.
gesture to the reef we're on.
right?
Nature's pantry, the ocean.
Nature's
So
pantry from
tell us
hell.
what
Really
to
wish
look
nature
out
would
for
organize the
and
fucking
what
pantry.
things you might want to use. We're on an
Always,
alien
always leaving her
planet.
dry goods everywhere and just doesn't respect the shelf limitations. We all gotta use the
Oh my
pantry.
God.
I don't know if you picked this up yet or not, Owen, but we're not on the right planet.
Yeah, I think somebody mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
you notice the
th-
2 moons? You notice how that's weird?
And
Yeah,
there was some talk about people not coming to look for us for like 8 months.
At least.
Yeah, which is terrible. So
Probably
as you
more
can see,
like a
we
leopard
haven't had
dolphin.
time to set up a pantry for you.
Right. So I mean, again, I'm just a chef, but instead of waiting for people to show up and look for us, have we thought about building communication to like?
Yes.
It's on the docket.
All
We've
right.
thought about a lot of things. Okay, the only things that literally our supplies are in the water with dangerous fish.
Yeah.
All right, I wasn't sure because about 50% of this conversation seemed to be what we should be naming Dylan.
Well, that's just my thing. Okay, I watched him die. I'm just trying to find a way to honor him. Really, our priorities are to live. I guess that's the best way we could honor him, is stay alive.
A quick reminder to you, Lyle, just in case you might not remember, the spot where Dylan died, you were able to confirm like those look like edible mushrooms.
Got it.
So you know it's a food source.
Got it. And the worst part is where the giant creatures came in and crushed him. It seems to be a bunch of food around that we could eat. Some sort of ocean fungus. I don't know. It seemed edible.
Now, I don't mean to excite you, but did you say fungus?
Yeah. Mushrooms. It seemed like some mushroom caps.
Turns out that's my area of expertise.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we can do something to try and lure the kraken. I'm sorry, I don't know what they're called. Let's try and lure the sea creatures away while we go in and scoop something up.
No,
Maybe they
ain't luring them away.
Maybe they swim away to lay eggs or something.
Most
Hopefully.
probably. The male and female are probably going to be like off doing business for a while. Larger animals like that take longer to do their due.
Does that fabricator thing build like drones or something? Maybe we could send a little drone down there with a camera. I don't know.
I wish it built. That's a great idea.
Yeah, that
Okay.
the problem both with power and with drones and with everything is that this computer has lost all majority of its memory banks.
Yeah, we're kind of in the boat in that fecal creek without any kind of means of locomotion.
Lemuel.
I get it.
I love that.
Want us to go in and check on your little mushroom buddies?
I would
Concerning
like
power.
nothing more.
If you find some acidic plants, maybe at least we can get some batteries
All right.
charged.
I'll keep an eye out for high acidity plants while we head out there.
Boris, while we're doing that, while we're sorting out this, putting the smarty brains together, how do you feel about a wave generator? And by that I mean, do you know what that is?
Well, I assume you don't mean a sound wave generator.
No.
Like a pool? Like one of those pools at a water
No,
park?
not like no.
But considering we're talking about power, I assume you mean something that would take the energy from, gather the energy from the waves.
Yeah, from the tides, right? Because it's an ocean planet, so it might work. I don't know how good it is though.
Well, if it doesn't get ripped into pieces by the storm,
True.
We can try to program something, but we will
Okay.
need to program it because there's no design.
Yeah, I think you and I working together might have a better chance than just me.
Okay.
I study the stars. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with wave generators. I just saw a documentary once.
Well, same here.
Yeah.
Love documentaries.
Thank you for watching that documentary.
I mean, same here. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't watch the documentary.
And Lemuel is going to start swimming away.
Yeah, of course.
There's just a splash.
Oh, lovely.
Hey,
Chuck,
where are you going?
grabs, Chuck grabs his standing board and starts paddling.
Hey,
I'm just gonna
Chuck
yell
and
over.
Sam.
Lemuel.
Do you not? Should we not send a third person with you? Maybe.
Hey, I want to go. Oh, I want
Sure,
to do something
leave the
useful
duck.
around here.
Leave
Oh,
the
yeah.
duck.
Oh, I know.
Leave
That's why I
the-
built the
Yeah,
pin.
but you're building the desalinators.
We can take care of the desalinators. We think we
Alright.
should have more people just in case something happens.
Alright.
As
Hop on, Lyle.
Yes.
I
just
can
as a thing,
paddle us.
I do have my fuck off stick.
Ooh, can we make me another spear or something before we go? That
Chuck has 3 spears basically strapped to their back and hands you one.
Question:
Yes.
which direction do you go?
Toward heading towards where Dylan died.
Excellent.
Fuck.
Owen, what are you doing?
And Owen is standing there wondering what he's supposed to be doing.
I think you might notice there are 2 fish that were recently caught at your feet.
Sure. Like, is there a knife or anything?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can make you one. It's not gonna
we
be
have a
amazing,
knife
but
to spare.
yeah.
All right. I can work on these. This will
Yeah,
not.
we've got. I don't like point out like we've got some metal and stuff. You could probably make like a table. I think.
Right. No.
If that helps.
Yeah, I mean, this will not take me all day. So you just let me know how I can help.
Okay, start with scraping the fish, and I'll make you some table.
I'll start working on the desalinators.
And the fountain.
Yeah, foundation. I think
Okay.
we'll do water first and then foundation.
All right. Let's see. Well, since we didn't have Boris and Tamsin here last week, let's start with y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
So real quick, Owen, could you do a naturalist roll for me to see how well you prepare these fish?
Sure.
Don't punch it.
If I have cooking as a trade, does that help me at all?
Absolutely. You can add that to your skill roll.
Cool. So this will be 4 on top of this. 29.
Nice. Uh-oh, we lost
Oh, no.
somebody.
Oh, it's Alex.
Ah! Ooh, 1A.
Okay.
So
So
20.
because you're preparing these really well, you managed to take those 2 edible fish and basically utilize the entire thing and prepare it in such a way that it is enough food as if it were 3 edible fish instead.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
And I was just looking to see if maybe Alex sent a message somewhere else.
I just sent them a
guessing
message as
their
well.
internet might have.
Yeah,
Okay.
I suspect their internet died.
There. All right. Well, everybody will be a little bit wonky on the
We'll
video
cut
for
off.
a little bit until we get Alex back. Yeah, you do a really good job with the fish. Tamsin and Boris, you're working on the wave generator or the desalinators?
Desalinators first,
Well-
I think.
Well, first we will split. I will make some utensils for Owen, and Tamsin will work on on connecting the desalinators.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Okay.
Is that a check or is that just time on my end?
It's pretty much just time on your
Okay.
end.
And me?
If you want to try to do it faster, you could try to do a
I
check.
would like to see if we get that wave generator up and running before the storm comes. So is that
Okay,
mechanical
do
or
mechanical engineering to set up the desalinators
10.
faster. Um.
Hmm.
Okay, maybe I'll help you with those designers.
You might need to.
So we can start working
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
on the generator.
Okay. Yeah. Well, with Boris's help, you might get it done faster. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
The two of you are able to get it done in half the time.
Cool.
Basically, Tamsin had set it up and didn't connect the wires,
Oh, of course.
and was like, "Why is this not working?"
Normally, you just plug it in and it's fine.
And then Boris came along and helped you out. So
You gotta reverse the
you
polarities.
get that done pretty quickly, yeah. And you want to work on the wave generator next?
So yeah, well, if we want to do Boris's table and utensils for Owen, oh, I wanted to call him Leo.
Oh yeah. It's just a basic mechanical engineering role. Pretty simple DC.
I'm afraid I wasted all my good rolls. when it will come to the generator, well,
And we're gonna get a 2 and a 3. I'm calling it now.
So with a 23, you're in the average difficulty. So it's actually a pretty sturdy table. You do a great job of putting that together, and it's obviously out of crude materials, but functionally it's fantastic. So Owen, you feel like you have a decent workspace.
Well, thanks. It's yeah, like I said, the fish are all cooked. I don't know what, like I said, point me at things to do because I'm used to making a lot more food than this. So this
How
won't
good
take.
are you at swimming?
I mean, I'm okay.
Yeah, like you wouldn't drown if you were in the water?
I mean, probably not.
Okay.
I have not so far.
Hey, we got Alex back.
Hey, perfect.
Sorry
All
about
right.
that. I
That's all
didn't
good.
notice that my power had come unconnected.
Oh, okay. I was actually
Oh,
checking the
no.
outages.
Until suddenly my computer just decided to bloop.
Oof. That's rough.
So we're gonna take a quick pause because we need to play musical
Yeah.
cameras. So if I can have everybody turn your cameras off.
Can do. Where the hell? There we go.
Let's try Alex first. And then Econorlex. And then Patrick. And then I think it was Leo. Nope, I'm sorry.
Jay.
It's Jay next. Then Lee. And then Zan.
Excuse me.
Welcome back.
I drank
All right.
enough
Triumphant
coffee
return.
tonight, and I'm still belching.
Okay. So, wave generator.
Yeah.
That's the next thing you want to work on.
Yeah. Owen, if you wanna like go scavenging around, we can kind of tell you what to look for in terms of what should kind of pop out underwater.
Sure. Nothing that would eat me here.
Not really. No. So I am gonna tell him about the leeches,
Right.
because those are a thing, and I'll like show him the marks on my leg.
Yeah.
So just check yourself when you get out of the water, because you can't feel them when they attach, and it sucks. Oh, did my internet just drop out?
We're gonna have to play musical cameras
Oh
again.
no!
I think that was my end.
No, that was my end. I just had a glitch. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Musical camera.
One more time.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It happens.
Okay, Alex.
Patrick.
Then Patrick. Jay. Lee. And Zan.
People, I just noticed your background.
Yeah. It's festive.
That's great.
Just dreaming of sunny
okay.
times.
Wave generator.
Wave generator. Maybe that's the key word.
Let me get the mechanical engineering check with Boris and Tamsin to see if you can figure out how to make one.
Okay. Do you want us to both make one?
Yes.
I knew it.
Oh,
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. Do we have any additions or anything? I'm suspecting we need a fairly high roll just for that to be.
I don't think even a D6 can save us here.
Yeah, no. There is no saving this situation.
Yikes, okay.
You're both. You give it a good try, but in the end, you're just both like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, fair enough.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. All right, so with that, we're gonna hop over to the other team.
Yeah.
And just move everybody over to Macro Shroom Forest.
I'm sorry, the what?
The Macro Shroom
I
Forest.
did
I
like
thought you
macro
said the
shrimp.
macro shrimp,
Right?
and I was like, I'm sorry, what? What?
I mean, that
It's
could
tasty.
show up at some point.
I was about to say, hell yes, delicious dinner.
Like a chunk of shrimp meat.
No, I do not want to meet a meter-long mantis shrimp.
Ooh, okay, fair point.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be a shrimp. It could be, Crawdaddy knows best.
Oh man. Okay. Oh man.
So what you're
I'm-
saying is if we raise the temperature of the ocean 10 degrees, it'll fry all the crawdads.
My
bad
God.
idea.
What sense would you like to focus on to perceive what you're looking at here as you approach this area?
All three of us? Is that a
Yes,
question to all
indeed.
three of us? Okay. I have got some goggles that I had last time, so I am going to just look down into the water with my goggles using sight.
Can I use my naturalist?
Fantastic. No.
Oh,
You have to use one of the human senses.
okay, sight then.
Okay.
Chuck's just sticking their head back in the water again. Fucking.
Would you like me to roll it?
Yes. Gonna need to play musical cameras again.
Oh no.
All right, Alex, I understand.
I keep hitting the camera instead of the mute mic.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I've done that before.
Isn't here.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Well, you're just gonna have it's a podcast now, kids.
So Lyle, you don't see it. What was everybody else rolling?
I'm-
Sight.
Go ahead and roll sight then.
Go ahead and give that roll. Okay, an 18.
I'm gonna roll taste.
Taste, okay.
Oh!
Balls. That does in
Did your
fact
tongue
taste
fall
like
out?
balls.
So you see this. I'm just gonna say that you see this fish swimming along. It's a little bit larger than like if you put two hands together, it'd be a little bit bigger than that.
Mhm.
And it's just swimming really slowly, and you just have this sudden idea that maybe I should pick it up and lick it, and that might tell me some information.
I was going for a mushroom, but yeah, okay. I can lick a fish. That's cool.
The mushrooms are very deep under the water.
Oh, okay.
Not in the immediate vicinity. If you would like to change that to a different sense, I will let you do that, but you'll still keep the one.
No. I called taste.
Okay. So you grab this fish, and you lick it, and everything starts to get really, really great. You already see in 3 dimensions because normal sight, but it's like super 3 dimension. You're basically high.
Oh man, we found a drug fish right as Dylan died. What a shame.
Yep.
All the mushrooms in the water, I'm telling
Okay,
you.
we're gonna have to call it the Dylan fish.
A minor dose might help calm Lyle down some, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks a little bit like a tiny manta ray, but it has kind of the shape of a fish as well. So yeah, nothing horrible happens. Like you don't die, or lose hit points, but your equilibrium's a bit off. And the world's just a little bit trippy for right now.
I think he's gonna float on his back for a little while. Just float on his
All right.
back.
Yeah.
Just
Is it as high as a kite fish?
Not quite that much. If you kept licking it, it might. It also tastes strangely of pickles.
Huh.
I like pickles.
Alex,
Mm-hmm.
you rolled an 18.
Yes, I did.
You're able to see down in the water what Lyle and the recently deceased Dylan saw, which is, it looks like a regular above ground forest. So you've got these trunks and these branches that go out, but instead of leaves, it has these, like, it looks like table coral, except they're mushrooms. So these semicircles of mushroom caps all around the branches, almost forming like a palm frond type look, if the little wavy bits on the fronds were mushrooms.
But how deep is the shallowest?
I believe this was. I'm trying to remember what I said last week. I know it was at least 100 meters down. But I don't remember if it was 150 or if it was just 100.
That's deeper than any of us can swim in one turn.
Yeah, with no air tank, you've got 4 actions. Bare feet, it'll take you 5. 5 actions, yeah, to swim that much. I think, or wait a minute, hold on. No, I'm sorry. 5 meters is how far you can swim with one with one action barefoot. That's what it was.
I was like, that's gonna be way more than 100 meters. Or 100 meters is gonna be way more than 5 turns.
Yeah. But you don't see any kraken vipers or anything like that swimming around.
All right.
Not out there.
Hey,
Can I
Leland.
just
In fact,
be
you don't
honest
notice
that
any movement whatsoever.
we didn't
sorry,
see
sorry.
them last time either, so
Hey, Lemuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are way too deep.
No,
No. You're on the surface, so you shouldn't be deep at all. No, these are like a good, like, I guess maybe about 120 like square feet down there before you start getting at the tops of them. We're not gonna be able to do this before the storm.
How many of those pipes did you have?
Sharpened into spears. Chuck had 3.
Yeah, they're all spears.
Yeah.
So you could make pipes, and make a pipe network to go down there to give yourself enough air.
Do we have an air pump?
I think we
I think
did the blueprint for one of
I
these.
think. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure you got the blueprint for the
we
floating
did.
air pump.
3 titanium.
We got it last
Okay.
time in this exact situation when we were trying to figure out how to
Of course.
Yep.
We don't have. We have fins too. We should also see about that.
Mm-hmm.
We should have silicone rubber now. Wait.
I was sailing along.
Thank you, Raven, for terrifying me.
Come sail away, come sail.
You're welcome.
My bay.
All right, we need to do some supply stuff. Have we made a set of fins? Does anybody remember?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Did we? Not when I was here. at least.
You have not.
And, kelp samples, we can make another silicone, except we won't have enough copper left
Mm-hmm.
to do it.
Mm.
Okay, so without fins, we need at least 20 tubes to get down there. And we need to...
There is a handout, Jay, for
Oh,
materials,
there
by
is
the way.
one. Okay.
pipe. Sorry. I'm trying to...
How long are y'all hanging out here?
Chuck's gonna start heading back because they want to head back so we can get the pipes and pump.
I'm gonna
Okay.
stay here and search for stuff.
Maybe you want to move back, like, out of this open water area?
No, this feels right.
Lemuel, I hate
Okay.
to disagree with you, but
So don't.
Lemuel, give me the fish. You've been licking that fish, and now
Oh
you're
no,
being
it's
an
just
idiot.
the one. No. This is
You're
the way.
being an idiot. We move as a group. Either I
Well.
leave Lyle here with you.
Oh yeah, me and Lyle are buddies. It's no problem.
Friends with everyone here.
now we know Lemuel's high.
Use the word
Okay.
friends.
Okay, Lyle, help me
buddies.
grab Lemuel. We need to drag him back.
What?
He likes
okay,
you.
Yeah. What, do you see? Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, let's just go get some of these mushrooms once we get some sort of air tank. I think it's good to know that.
Look, I'm
maybe the
not gonna
crack on
dive.
Viper was just. Go ahead,
I'm
sorry.
not gonna dive deep. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna be here. It's cool.
No.
Fuck off.
For fuck's sakes, Lemuel, we just lost a person right here. Do you really want to be used as a plaything of the babies of whatever the things that ate Dylan are?
Nobody
I
fucks
don't-
twice in 2 days.
I don't think gestation is gonna be that fast.
Who you've been talking to? Because, I feel sorry for them.
I was gonna say, I think this is explaining why Lemuel's such a grump.
Yeah. Do you need some stamina options there, buddy?
Gonna hold my very deadly looking weapon and go, don't need any.
Okay, you've all been talking for a little while now, debating on if you should stay or not.
Dang it.
Concern levels are rising.
Could I get a hearing check from everyone?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, not garbage for once. 21.
Okay. And check.
19.
Nice. So you currently have 2d6 and 2d4 available.
No.
I'm going to borrow a 1d4,
Zan.
please.
Mm-hmm.
A 1d4 will not help you.
Oh.
1d4 might help Zan.
Yikes. Go for D6.
A 1d6 would help you though. If you basically, you're gonna have to roll max on a d6 for check and max on a d4 for Lemuel.
No, I'm high.
Okay.
I think I would ignore anything that would ruin one of the few good moods that, ow, bit my tongue, that Lemuel has.
Chuck, if you really want to notice this, you could use a 2d or a 1d6, and then if that's not high enough, you could add a d4 on top of that. If you feel like burning 2 dice.
No. We need those dice.
Great. So, let me just do a thing here.
Please don't let Boris, myself, and Owen be the senior members of this crew.
Well, I'm gonna use a D4.
Oh no.
I want to use a D4 to subtract the Raven's D4.
And so we used all the dice.
Okay. So, Lyle, you being the most recently traumatized, I'm gonna give you first pick.
Oh, thanks.
Good.
1, 2, or 3.
3.
3. Okay. Lemuel, you've lost a pinky toe, so you get to choose next. 1 or 2.
1.
All right. So Chuck, that's gonna leave you with 2. I'm sorry, Chuck.
Well, how do I die?
So Chuck, you feel something wrap around your leg all of a sudden.
I was up.
and it
I'm
feels-
standing on the board too,
Yes.
and Lyle's sitting next to me, so Lyle gets to watch this.
Yeah. You feel something wrap around your leg. You look down and you notice it looks like an octopus tentacle that has reached up out of the water and has wrapped around your leg.
How big is it?
Pretty darn.
Is it trying to?
Lyle. Well, I'm kind of pausing here to give you a chance to react. Lyle, you see this. You know what this is.
Yeah, I want to stab it with my newly equipped spear. How much damage does that do?
I think it's like a 1d2.
Yep.
Spear?
Yeah.
My scissors do. I think I have more damage written down for my scissors than that. I need to
Use your scissors then.
Probably.
Use your scissors.
I'm gonna use the scissors. These are damn good scissors. I'm very efficient with them. I'm
a
gonna
carbonite
swing
edge.
down in.
Don't ruin
Use
your
the
work
scissors.
scissors.
Yeah, they are my work scissors.
Dude.
All right, I'm gonna attack with my work scissors. A 16.
Okay.
I would like to use if I need to. All right. I don't know how that works. Do I need to use a d6?
You're just trying to hit, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to hit the tentacle that's attached to the leg without hitting the leg.
A 16 is going to be fine. It's not
Okay.
It's not trying to avoid your attack or anything like that. Yeah, the scissors should be strong enough to pierce it. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Excellent.
Oh wow.
Doggy,
Max
doggy.
damage.
Nice.
Yeah. These are super
9
sharp.
damage. It gets its attention. It's about like if you you stepped on a sewing needle as a human.
Which
It's basically the amount of damage you just
might be
inflicted.
enough to make it let go and pull back. Because have you ever stepped on a sewing needle?
Yeah.
It does let go of your leg, Chuck. At this point, it lets out a roar, point blank. It's almost deafening. All of you are extremely aware of this thing now. And it starts to rock your longboard. I'm going to need a nimbleness check from Chuck and Lyle to not fall off.
Is this normal? Am I high?
Am I high? Is this what a normal trip is like?
Natural 20, 36.
Oh yeah.
Nice!
How far are they?
Oh, no!
Oh,
Oh no! So Chuck, miraculously, you're like a professional surfer surfing through tsunami. You just are glued to this board. It doesn't tip over. Lyle, with the recoil of the tentacle, it knocks you off balance and you get tossed into the water.
Oh no.
It doesn't feel like softly falling into water. It feels like you just landed on concrete. You're gonna take 1d4 damage as
Oh.
4 damage as you land on this thing's back.
Oh fuck.
How far are they from us? Would we maybe have heard that roar?
Oh yes. Owen, Boris, and Tamsin, you hear the roar. It sounds a bit like it did the first night that you were here,
But obviously
for
louder.
Boris and Tamsin. A little bit louder, yeah.
Is that normal around here?
Do we swim there?
I think we swim there.
Yeah, I think you all swim there.
Yeah.
All right, TPK is what we're going for, I guess.
Yeah, Patrick's not.
I will keep.
So sorry.
Patrick's not doing one of those Groundhog Day situations. Just gonna stay making
Wake
shit.
up, I die. I wake up, I die. How many times have you named that duck after me?
I will hold.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna do some initiative order here, and I'm just gonna go based off of where everybody is. So the Viper went first, so we're gonna go Viper, Lyle, Chuck, Lemuel, then Boris, then Tamsin. Lemuel, Chuck and Lyle have kind of done their thing of staying on the board and falling into the water. Lemuel, you heard the roar, even in your drugged state. You can see that it looks like a giant submarine has suddenly appeared underneath the water. There's just this big, long, dark shadow and this tentacle writhing in the air.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Can I make a gut feeling check, please?
Sure.
Okay.
So with a 6,
Yeah, I think I could take
the
it.
options are. Yeah, the options were pretty much complete and total dread to. It's fine. You feel somewhat cautious, but you don't feel like this is outside your realm of abilities, because Lemuel has the arrogant flaw, right?
He has a berserker flaw.
Oh, berserker.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I think in this instance, you're not in the I have to kill it or I'm going to die mode yet, but it's injured your crew, and so you're a little annoyed at it.
Alright. Fuck this thing, then I'm gonna run up and stab it.
Awesome. Give me a swim check.
Swimming.
What's awesome about that?
21.
It means that I get to have fun.
Yeah.
21. Yeah, you swim excellently. Where do you want to try to hit this thing? You now can see it. It looks a little distorted because you're high.
I want to hit it in his chakra point.
Eyeball.
His what?
His
Now?
chakra point. Wherever you decide that Lemuel thinks his chakra point is.
The crown chakra.
Give me God, I don't even know, a naturalist roll.
Okay.
Naturalist.
22.
Okay, fuck it. Yeah. It's got one at the base of each tentacle. Is what you're pretty sure that's what it would be.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna fuck that chakra point up.
Okay. There are 6 tentacles. One of them is bleeding.
Spiritually.
3 are on the right side, 3 are on
Go ahead.
the left side. Yes.
I was gonna say
Spiritual lettuce.
spiritually, this thing is about to be very off balance for weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the not the same tentacle, but a tentacle on the same side as the one that's already been injured.
Okay. Roll your melee attack,
Oosh.
and may God have mercy on your soul.
25.
I've rolled shit in this game. I just want to say.
Where have these been while you're high?
You hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
We need to get him high more often.
Apparently.
6 damage.
6
That
damage. Okay.
berserker on mushrooms from the Vikings got vibe going on.
Right.
Sorry, 1 second. Just had to secret conversations here for a second. Don't worry about it. So yeah, you stab it in the chakra point for this thing, and it's very cross with you.
How does its aura look now?
You perceive that it changes from like yellow to red.
Okay.
It's gonna need a lot of meditation.
Yeah.
Few Hail Marys.
Boris, I believe it's your turn next.
Well, if I'm
You're swimming over.
if I can reach it in the stern,
Yeah, give me a swim check to see how quickly you can get over there, because it is a good distance away.
mm,
14. Would you like to add a d4 to that?
I don't think it's worth it.
Okay. You're about halfway there. You can see the flailing. You see tentacles and coming up out of the water. It's very clear they're in trouble. Tamsin,
I will also
would you
make
like
a swim
to-
check. Yes.
perfect.
Nope.
You suddenly forget how to dog paddle for a second.
I'm too panicked thinking about this thing eating everybody.
Yeah, so you're only about a quarter of the way
Okay.
there, but you can hear the splashing and possibly some screaming.
I'm gonna scream out, like, we're coming! Poor Owen's
okay,
left
that's gonna
back at
put
the
it up-
base. Like, hey, I found some silver. Where the hell? It's your base now, Owen.
Kraken Viper's turn. Lemuel, you have, as they say in the video games, you have drawn aggro.
Oh. I heard it's chakra.
It's
Yeah.
it's coming for you.
It's gonna twist you into a mandala.
So it's gonna be making 2 melee attacks.
All right.
A 13 and a 19 that I'm gonna soup up a bit.
Okay.
So 21. And you've not been attacked yet, so you can call whatever defense that you would like to use in this instance.
I think we're gonna absorb this.
Okay.
Natural 20. Not 13.
Nice.
And then
Burn
a
out of.
16 on the second.
Oh no.
Oh, that's in order, isn't it?
Oh no.
I have a lot of HP. I'm probably okay.
No, you're not.
A lot of HP.
Okay, so it has grabbed you with one of the tentacles now, and is pulling you under the water towards its gaping maw. You've got 4 actions of air,
Okay.
and you are very firmly grappled.
First action is to stab it.
Well, we gotta do Chuck and Lyle first. But I will keep that.
Too high for initiative.
I will keep that in mind. So that's its turn. It's focusing on you. It's grabbed you and it's pulling you towards its mouth. Chuck, you're able to kind of see this. It's mostly you just see flailing under the water, but it looks
I
like
would like
Lemuel's
to use
been
my
grabbed.
naturalist to tell along its back where's the best point to strike. Back and head area. Like if
Okay.
its eye is the best place to strike, or if it's got noticeable gills, that sort of thing.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
13.
You know that scene in Galaxy Quest where Tim Allen's character's going like, it's a giant rock monster, it doesn't have any vulnerable spots. That's kind of
I love that.
It's
movie.
got
kind of what goes through your head.
it's got eyeballs, right?
It does, but they look so scary that you're not sure that's the best spot to try to attack him. You just don't know at the moment.
Chuck screams and leaps down with the spear just going right for the eyeball.
Okay. Go ahead and let's do a nimbleness check for the leap, and then a melee attack.
24.
You pass that check with flying colors.
Okay, melee check. Sorry. $19.
Oh my
19?
god.
It's making no effort to dodge you, so you hit one of its mini eyeballs.
And just like
Go ahead and
as
roll damage.
deep as Chuck can basically drive it. Chuck's trying to hit brain. Because if there's eyeballs, they're attached to a brain.
Okay, go ahead
Unless
and roll
it's a
damage.
snail.
I'm pretty sure this isn't a snail.
I don't know, man. Snails comes in all shape and sizes.
That's 1d2 plus physical.
4.
4. You damage its eyeball. It's also cross with you. But it did not do anywhere near the amount of damage you were hoping for.
All the eyes like turn towards you.
Yeah. You're currently feeling. I'm not even gonna make you roll gut feeling. You're the kid on the bus going, "I'm in danger."
Yep. But at least Chuck's
Lyle.
coming out with a bang.
Probably going out with a.
Probably.
All right, so
Lyle,
so
you've witnessed your friends going a little crazy here.
yeah, so my character's back hurts a bit, so but he flips over like a seal and grappled on to the stone back of this thing, and as soon as it starts to dive down when they start to engage it, he is going to wait a minute and then pull his legs up into his chest and just kick off as hard as he can and try and swim back to the base and just get the fuck out of there.
Damn.
Hard
Okay.
nail.
Give
I've already
give
seen
me a
what this thing
mic check.
does. I am scared shitless. A 20, a nat 20.
Oh my god, no kidding.
26.
Fear motivate.
You shoot through the water like a rocket, like perfect form. You practically get over to where Boris is by shoving off of this thing.
As
kinda use its own
kicking,
momentum in
as
your
I'm
favor.
kicking off, I'm yelling to Chuck, "Take your own advice."
We finally see Lyle's true colors.
No, they were there the whole time. I don't know if all the cowering he was doing wasn't.
Sure that
tried to-
Lemuel doesn't go without a partner.
Exactly.
All right,
Oh, boy.
Lemuel, it is your turn. You're wanting to stab this thing
I'm
as it's
gonna
drawing you into its mouth, right?
Stab it. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Patrick. So,
Yeah,
4
he's
plot
a
points
little-
redeemed.
Okay.
This is definitely considered a curse here. It's when the second one decides to come back for some more snoo snoo.
Solid call.
Oh my god.
No. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you.
On
on
the
this.
other hand, it may distract them enough for us to get away.
So maybe someone died.
So maybe they should go get laid.
Someone play
maybe
some Al Green.
Maybe I'm just the erotic, like, strawberry and champagne for these two at this point.
I mean, I
whatever
think that's
your
what Dylan
thoughts are.
was.
It's okay.
I'll go back for
Don't-
seconds.
Don't drag us into this.
Oh.
So, Lemuel, you hear the other one nearby. That's the only indication you have right now, is you know there's another one nearby. It doesn't seem to be coming for you at the moment. But you are grappled. You are being pulled into this thing's mouth. What do you do?
I rolled a 13 to stab it. Natural 7, y'all. Natural 7.
Yeah. Well, I could roll a nat 1. Well, you never know.
Nope.
Whack, whack, whack.
It pulls you in, and it is sucking you into its mouth. It's pretty strong suction, but there's going to be a second here where it lets go, so it doesn't bite its own tentacle. You can try to do a swim check to get out of this.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
Why not? We'll play by the rules for once.
Remember the star moment we had.
26. That's not bad.
But is it good?
Let's see. What was the 26 on the difficulty chart considered? That is a hard difficulty. Task that takes some concentration effort from the trained. The untrained person would find this extremely difficult, is what that DC is described as. So, yeah, I'm going to say that's enough to not be eaten this turn.
Mm-hmm.
You're still in the danger zone, but as it sucks in and closes its mouth, you're not inside it.
Cool.
Dive into.
I know.
the danger
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just seeing
you
this so
can-
much like the intro scene to Final Fantasy X.
Danger zone.
When you get into the ruins of Xanarkand for the first time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're kind of, you're staring it in the face. It's right in front of you. You can reach out and touch it, but you're not eating it at this time. Yeah.
I think in this moment our eyes lock, and I understand it on a deeply spiritual level.
Yeah, considering you stabbed its chakra, it's spiritually very angry, and you understand that.
Yeah. We're gonna hop over to Boris. You're witnessing all of this. What do you do? Lyle is almost next to you now.
Leave my crew alone, and I guess I will get in range in this turn.
Okay, go ahead and make a swim check.
Turns out Boris built a Kraken Viper rifle. And is about
Pity
to
it doesn't fire
Yeah,
underwater.
shit.
you are
He didn't
as
say-
close to this thing as you would like to be.
Well, I will probably try to help Lemuel,
And I'm just gonna close my window.
Okay, so
and I will,
right in the danger zone.
so I will swim into danger zone and attack the thing there.
Okay, go ahead and roll a melee attack.
With what?
It's
Ah,
oof. Yeah, it just basically uses a tentacle to just like flick your spear or knife or whatever it is you're attacking with. It just deflects it right out of the way. Tamsin.
So I'm still not super close.
No, you see Lyle, just booking it towards you though.
Lyle, what happened?
Get the fuck out of here! Get back in the pod!
Where's everyone else?
Fucking dead! Get in the pod!
I'm going to assume
Quacker's
Lyle
out of his pen!
knows. That's all right. That's probably not a priority. I'm going to assume that Lyle is not giving me any kind of lie there, so I'm going to start swimming back with him and kind of like watching for Boris. Like, Boris, come on!
Okay. So we've got Boris, Lemuel, and Chuck who have stayed behind. At
We're
this
a
point.
terrible rescue party.
Pardon my French!
They're
Okay.
pardoned?
That's going to be the second Kraken Viper's turn.
Oh,
Could be good, could be bad.
And, yeah, we're going to ask that same question again. Lemuel, you're in the most danger. So 1, 2, or 3?
one.
1.
Yeah.
All right. Chuck, 1, 2, or 2 or 3?
Three.
Thank you. I was going to say toi.
All right, that's going to make Boris 2. All right, so Lemuel's 1. Chuck is
3.
3.
Three.
Boris is 2. Oh no, Chuck.
Wah, wah.
Fuck,
We
Chuck.
can't go. I can't.
So, Chuck, you hear the roar of this second one, And you're not sure how you know this, but you just get the sense of like this thing is feeling nobody tries to stab out the eye of my mate before I get a chance to eat them after having sex with them. I'm paraphrasing fish talk, but that's kind of the gist that you get. It's gonna try to grab you. It's gonna make 2 attacks with its tentacles to try to grab you.
I use my nimbleness.
It's gonna be an attack, so you're gonna need to do a defense roll.
Right.
I'm just gonna let you choose what kind of defense you want to use.
I use dodge.
You most certainly can. There's the first roll. I'm gonna soup that up a little bit. Didn't need to, but that one's gonna hit. Let's do the second roll. Oof. You are grabbed by 2 tentacles.
Okay.
And they are pulling you towards its mouth.
Oh no!
Preemptive Jet. Now it's the first one's turn.
Its mouth, which is soft and squishy and will not like having something sharp and pokey put in it.
Potentially.
Maybe it likes it. We eat spices.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe
Yes,
it's some
but we
acid.
don't
You're
eat We do not eat
You're
eggs.
you're just a spicy meatball.
Apparently, I'm delicious.
But you're not dead yet. Lemuel, you're getting swung at. It's gonna swing once at Lemuel, once at Boris. The first Kraken Viper. So Lemuel, here's yours. Oof. Boris,
50
also
more
oof.
points. I need 50 more points to do what I
Oh
wanna
no,
do.
that's a natural 1! Oh no, that's a natural 1 for both of us.
So
Boris, no.
these tentacles reach out for Boris and Lemuel, and in about 10 minutes, when we come back from break, we'll find out what happens to
Oh
them.
my god, I hate cliffhangers.
I've empowered its
We'll be
chakra
back.
so much.
Oh my god.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Be sure to stretch your legs, hydrate, and get snacks.
Don't hydrate.
And
Fuck
we'll
the
see you in
water.
about-
The water is dangerous. There's something gonna eat you in there.
There will be psychiatrists
back in
on
about
hand
10
after the
minutes.
session.
Yeah. Right back.
As I said, I am
Wrong screen.
50 away from doing a
And we're back. So we've had some plot points redeemed. One is that there's one that still hasn't found a mate and is very irritated by that fact, or the fact that it heard the roaring when Chuck stabbed the female in the beginning. And then we've got the storm is coming in faster than expected, and it's raining down hard.
Again, meant as a
So-
boon.
Yes. I'm gonna do my best to make that beneficial somehow.
Maybe
it's
it
kind
puts
of
them
like,
in the
oh hey, there's a
instant
bad
mood.
guy. Give the bad guy 2 more guns to help the heroes.
It's okay. The bad
How do I-
guy only has 2 arms. It can't use 3 guns.
Also, the roof is slick.
Yeah. Okay. Addressing those nat ones first.
I forgot.
Yep.
Because those are nat ones, you've both been grappled, and you're being pulled into the mouth much, much faster. There really is no escaping this. You don't have time because of those nat ones. But I am going to do something a little bit merciful here. I'm going to give you a fighting chance. So we're going to do a percentile die. And it's a 50-50 chance whether it puts its mouth around you whole or it bites into you.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just do a d10. So 1 to 5 equals dead. 6 through 10, you might make it out alive.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Let's do it.
All right, Zan.
Oh.
It pulls you in. There's a chomp, and Lemuel
This is quiet from this way. I don't.
is chomped in half.
Wank, wank, wank.
It's okay. It's okay. We have the technology. We can't rebuild it.
Big oof. I mean, if you want to try, there's half of Lemuel left.
The good half or the bad
Miracles can happen. The half with the head.
Oh, so the
okay,
bad.
that's the
Okay.
good half.
Um,
That's the good half.
Oh.
You can try to save Lemuel if you want. I won't tick up the death counter just yet. All right,
This
Boris.
depends entirely if Boris is also dead.
You need a 6 through a 10.
Oh,
Hey!
yeah.
So, good news is you didn't get bitten in half. Bad news is you're inside of its closed mouth.
Your name is now Jonah.
With half of
Yeah.
Oh,
Along with Lemuel's legs.
It's
Still
good I'm
frantically
arrogant.
kicking.
It's good I'm arrogant because I still believe I have the chance.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lemuel, you're gonna have to
gonna-
give him a leg up.
Make sure everybody's doing okay here.
He certainly
Um,
needs
all right.
a leg up.
Oh,
Oh. Ouch.
Yeah.
So that was that one's turn. Chuck. Currently grabbed, and you're being pulled towards the second one's mouth. Hey, thanks for that follow.
Right. So I've noticed now that they
that is a
let go right
bizarre
before
name.
they try to suck you in. So I'm timing
Yes.
that.
Okay. Yeah, you know what's coming. I will let you have advantage on this roll to swim out of the way.
So I get 2 rolls of swim then.
Yep. Oof. Neither of those are going to be high enough.
Nope.
would they be high enough if you use a d6?
Maxed out a D6 and added a D4, you might be able to survive.
Yeah.
All right, same deal.
I'll roll a d10.
6 through 10, you live. 1 through 5, you're
I'm dead.
you're half the Chuck you used to be.
Chuck is dead.
All right, so
The curse of the fours.
yeah. All
I
right,
promised. A shot for each.
that's true.
Oof.
Boris.
Ooh, hey, we're doing shots.
Yeah, hang on, you made it down.
I'm just gonna skip ahead to you since Lyle and Tamsin are booking it out of there. You're inside this Kraken Viper's mouth. What do you do?
Stabbing madly, whatever is soft enough.
With a soft palate underneath the mouth.
Okay, go ahead
Go
and
for the
roll your attack roll.
brain.
It's too far.
I
The
know.
problem is Boris is going to stab it and kill it, and it's going
And
to
then
sink
you're
to the
gonna
bottom
drown.
of the ocean
With
with Boris still inside.
Oh god.
Oh, so it's a 10 to attack?
Yep.
Yeah, you're not able to hit anything especially vulnerable, but I mean, you can't not hit it at this point. So go ahead and roll your damage. Let's see if it's enough to make it open its mouth. A 7.
That's max damage.
Yeah, you get its attention enough to where it opens its mouth and roars. It's deafeningly loud, and it's disorienting, but you see light at the end of the tunnel, as it were. Do you want to try to swim out?
How many actions do I have?
Technically, don't have enough actions for making an extra swim check, but I'm going to give it to you here. We'll call it adrenaline, giving you an extra boost.
Yeah, so I guess escaping the mouth is better idea than stabbing it again.
Yeah, it's pretty much try to swim out or drown.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Oof.
Hey, nice. You make it out of its mouth.
What?
Uh,
Boris the Mighty.
you're
Boris the
break
inedible.
the surface of the water, suck in a breath of air. You're still in danger, but you're not like right there in front of its face anymore. You have been inside the mouth of the Kraken Viper and escaped. So, good job. The second Kraken Viper, it has it has had a little snack. Chuck, Well, let me, Alex and Zan, do you want to try and survive without your legs, or do you want to just roll new characters?
I think I'm just gonna roll a new character.
I've already
Okay.
made my new character.
And so you're gonna have
15-year-old
a
daughter
Alright, cool.
of Chuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. In that case, then the second Kraken Viper just finishes off the leftovers of Chuck.
Does that provide enough distraction?
And then there's a third roar that's heard as
Player
the
3.
third one
enters.
that. Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with us? What? We call it.
I don't know.
And it starts swimming up. Let's see if it notices Boris.
Yeah, that's.
It does not. It's too distracted by the very apparently sexy two other Kraken Vipers. Oh god. Lemuel's caustic gets drug into the net by the ship. Done.
Yep. That's what he would want.
Yeah. So.
Boris is lying
yeah,
on the
it
waves.
initiates mating protocol with the second one. They are now entirely focused on each other, which brings us back to the first one. Gonna finish off the leftovers of Lemuel and join into that little party. So Boris, good news, bad news. Good news is they're not trying to eat you. Bad news is you are kind of in the middle of a Kraken Viper orgy and need to swim away.
There
Can you
is
give me
still
a
the
swim check?
paddleboard on the surface.
There is that.
Uh,
And you can use that.
Boris is drifting, face up, backstroke, as in swimming backstroke, but without actually swimming. Boris is thinking about his life choices.
Okay.
I will waste at least a turn on that.
Should I have bought this
Are
tool
you,
or this
are you
tool?
just trying to be like, just like slowly moving yourself?
No,
No,
I'm
just kind
just
of.
drifting
Oh.
that piece of wood.
Okay. You know what? I think since you're drifting in that way where you're floating, you're not just like treading water. Yeah, you get pushed by the waves out of the way, and you're in safety. And we'll end our initiative order there, as we go up to PC deaths.
Frantic mating in the background.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I just say that
So-
this is the second time that Lyle has narrowly escaped death?
Yeah.
He's got survival instincts for days.
I was thinking the same
Who wants to
thing.
be in Lyle's group next time we go out?
No one. I have bad luck, so I
Me-
won't go out anymore.
No, I'm
No
gonna
one will
listen to
die.
Lyle and just bail when shit happens.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as you see Lyle trucking it, just start going and you will
He'll be
live.
like, "Oh, I'm running." It's like, "What? What's wrong?" There's waves. Like, "Oh, you're right. Yep."
Oh god, it's blue. It's blue?
Yeah.
We should run.
I can't touch the bottom part.
Does does daughter of Chuck have a name?
Yes.
Other than daughter of Chuck?
Daughter
Susie
of Chuck.
Nanya.
Susie, daughter of Chuck.
Susie, S-U-Z-Y?
Susie.
Nice.
And they are she, her.
Okay.
Susie.
They're 15.
Why is there a 15-year-old on this trip?
Because Chuck brought his family, was bringing their family to the new world.
Colony
Yeah.
ship.
I guess that's right.
It's a
Yeah,
colony
it was
ship.
What kind of skills does she have?
Okay.
Everything Chuck has.
Oh, that's cool. She's like a
I
little
just
apprentice.
changed the name and the age.
Oh lord!
Prodigy.
Wow, she's like a prodigy then.
Damn.
And Zan, do you have another character name lined up?
We're gonna say that. Hey chat, what should I name my new character?
That's
Oh,
a good
God,
idea.
Don't give us that out.
Bodie McBoatface.
Am I chat? Can I be a chat?
Hey, who chat is chat.
All right, Chad. You should never.
If you have a keyboard, you're a chat.
Oh yeah. My internet already sucks. I don't want to
Excuse
get on
me.
Twitch.
Wilfred? Wilfred's a good name.
Like
I like
Wilfred.
that name. Like
we'll name
Wilford
him
Brimley?
Wilfred Wilfred Slick.
Nice.
SCHLICHT.
Love it. So the last name again?
SCHLICHT.
Slish.
Thank you.
Schlick.
He, him pronouns?
He, her. He, him.
He, him, okay.
Slicked.
All right. Put our label maker placeholder here until I can change the actual overlay next week.
You need to make that easier for yourself.
There is no way to do that because it's all one image.
Oh, it's bad, yeah.
It's not hard to do. I just can't do it while we're
Not on
streaming.
the fly.
Okay, so Lyle, Owen, Boris, and Tamsin, you're now all back at the
And
tub.
Quackers.
And Quackers.
I
Wind is howling and rain is coming down in sheets. It's cold. The waves are super choppy. What you thought was going to be at least another, 8 hours away is now here. Also, quick note for Alex and Zan, whatever Chuck and Lemuel had on them, aside from the fuck off stick,
Yep.
is going to be lost.
No problem. I didn't have
we didn't-
anything
yes.
other than like some
I was gonna
than
say,
like some
can
plant
you
seeds.
reset both Zan and mine's character sheets though, so we no longer have the
The penalties.
Yep. I will.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, at least we didn't make the fins yet. At least there's that.
How many salinators did you make?
In total, we should have
Yes.
6.
6. Oh, you got all 6
Yeah.
done. Cool. So that'll produce 12 salt a day and 12 of the desalinated water per
Nice.
day, which is or filtered water rather, and those give you 1d10 water units per bottle.
Wow.
So
Oh yeah.
between that and the purified water that you can make with the bleach, you should have plenty of water for everybody each day, unless you just have some really crappy rolls.
Okay, everyone.
I found my notes about the grav sphere,
good.
by the way. You can use it to collect 1d10 edible fish per day, and then it needs a battery, and the battery lasts 1 week. That's what it was.
Heck.
So lots of food there as well.
We could do that.
it's while I was waiting, maybe we were saying that the graph sphere filled back up a bit. I'd start prepping
Well-
whatever's in there.
Have you made one?
Okay.
Or
Can
do
I
we
get
have a
everyone to
blueprint?
I don't think
Go
we've
ahead.
made the grab spear yet. I thought we were just using the net for that.
it was
that
the
stuff.
net that had stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
There were plans to make one.
got it.
I would like to gather everyone up. Hey, family meeting here.
Yeah. No
we
kidding.
Need to talk. We need to talk.
Are we gonna
Yeah,
wait for everyone to get back?
There's nobody coming back.
They're dead. Okay. We just lost 2 more. This is the 3rd one. Can we need to all talk? Like, let's just sit for a second. Let's stop working for just.
Let's get
1
inside.
Yeah. Come on, pull up a place to sit. We need to talk
Bo-
this out. I'm telling
Boris
you,
is just doing 1,000 miles there.
Yeah. God.
Boris, I'm glad you
eating
made it.
all of the fish I prepared.
Now you know.
Made enough food for 6 people.
Now you know exactly what almost ate me last time.
Oh no, I don't like the rolling. What's the rolling for?
Listen, we can't go that direction anymore. I think that's obvious, but what are we
So-
gonna do? Do we think maybe the place we're at right now is way too shallow for them? Do we need to just stay in shallow water?
I think we need to stay here for a while at least. We don't want those things coming over.
Does it even matter?
It matters. You were almost eaten. You were
No.
literally inside one of.
No. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Not almost.
You were eaten.
Boris, do you really want to die?
Why? What? No. I mean, I don't think it doesn't matter if it's too shallow or not for them. They will do what they want. I don't think they are interested.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Yeah. Hold the duck. If anyone's stressed right now, I'm telling you, just pet quackers.
Fuck the Sabacas!
Hey, you're scaring quackers. Come on. Hey, quackers didn't do anything. Quackers was back here at the base waiting for us, holding down the fort. I bet if quackers could talk, quackers would have told us not to go that way.
I'm going to the computer and I try to squeeze some and anything that will allow me to take my revenge
Okay, yeah,
from the computer.
that's a good idea.
Okay.
Let's start with nuclear torpedoes.
Oh well, I don't know. I don't know if we have any like plutonium lying around in the reef. You know, I haven't found any at least.
Boris, you listen, Boris, you gotta know, like, there's nothing we can do right now to get back at those things.
I honestly, if the only thing I think we can do is build up defenses and just try and hold out
We're-
among them until we.
We're barely breaking even in food. Like we can't go out on a suicide revenge mission.
Yeah. I just don't know if we could ever build up a wall big enough for that thing.
That's what I mean. We don't need to defend at all. They will do what they want. Either they will eat us or either they won't eat us.
Let's presume they don't. Let's worry
Yep.
about something else.
Yeah. I just can't believe everyone just keeps dying. We were just starting to work together as a team, and they just I don't know why they went after it. I don't know why. I know Chuck they should have just swam away. Chuck was just being way too brave, I think. It's terrible.
I think whenever we go out now, we can't engage with these things. Look at us.
I can't go out at all. I think I'm gonna have
None of
to
us are
stay here.
hunters. Chuck was the best hunter out of all of us.
I know. I mean, all I have are scissors and this pointy stick, and I think my scissors are better than the stick.
I don't even have that.
Here, take the stick then.
Oh, I mean, there's this stick. I found something in the net.
What was it?
It's some kind of big
That's-
fuck off stick. It looks like.
What?
That's
Lemuel
Legos.
stick.
Oh,
Lemuel, I swear to God, I will shove this into the creature's ass.
Lemuel smiles down upon
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And throughout this, the rain that's pelting, there's a small ray of sunshine illuminating the fuck off stick.
Then on the wind is just heard the faintest whisper of, "You dumbasses."
Dumbasses.
So damn proud of y'all. Still dumbass.
So he's right here with us.
I mean, we might have to start with nuclear torpedo, but we will end it with this stick.
When you say nuclear torpedo, don't you think it would kind of contaminate our food source?
I don't think he's worried about the food source, Lyle. I don't think he's worried about anything.
No. No.
Please hold the duck. It'll calm you down a bit.
It's not 20th century. We have invented cleaner ways of blowing up stuff.
Listen,
Okay.
if
I'll
Boris,
take
if you
your
can
word
make a
for it.
nuke, that's awesome. That's amazing. Because we can barely make any fucking desalinators.
If you could make a nuke,
Well, this
shouldn't we use it for
fucking
power?
computer had the design for nuclear reactors for everything.
So we
Now
can
it
find
is-
them.
Misses the memory banks. They all got crapped.
That's what happens when you forget something. You just relearn it.
I mean, I know how to build a nuclear bomb. Every Russian kid knows how to.
Oh, is that true? I thought that was just some sort of internal imperialist American bullshit kind of floating down in my brain.
No, seriously, if you finish school, you should know how to build a nuclear bomb, at least in theory.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
It's basic physics. I mean, the details are complicated, but the basic rules are simple. You just take some fuel and you compress it with explosives. The details of how many explosives, how to put it, how to start the explosion, that are complicated details. But the basic rules are simple, but never mind. We need to fix the damn computer and we have everything we need to survive and kill those bastards.
Yeah, and Boris, I think right now we need to worry about just trying to collect water more.
I hate to side with Boris on the whole vengeance thing, but we could make depth charges.
No. Well, we can, but I mean,
You know, like the floaty, like undersea mines. We could make those.
Oh, yeah, like in that video game.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
Right around the time you start talking about depth charges, and Lyle mentions water. Top hatch of the tub flies open,
Yep.
and you hear the sickening sound of metal bending. And it's jammed open, and water is just pouring into the tub. That's what that 94 was, by the way. And the tub's starting to fill up with water.
But from where? I'm confused.
From the top.
The storm.
Oh shit!
It is a hefty storm.
Abandoned ship! Get in the cryopods!
Oh my!
Unfortunately, this is sitting on a foundation, so it's not going to sink.
Yeah, but it's filling up with water.
Because, yeah. But it is filling up with fresh water from the rain.
So, are there any? Do I have like a water scan on me or something I've been using, or any old container that I can just like, scoop up some water and then run off with?
Yeah. You've got probably those empty water bottles.
Cool. I'm gonna just grab two and fill it up and then seal them and then start going. I'm probably lagging behind everyone else by that point, but.
Okay, so that'll give you with those 2 water bottles, that'll give you the equivalent of yeah, 2 basic water bottles. So they're the 1d8 water bottles.
It just says bottled water.
Yeah,
Got it. Okay.
just bottled water.
Cool. Thank you.
So yeah, awesome. And you're starting to head towards the cryopod?
I think that's where we're gonna take.
I'm assuming.
refuge.
Okay. The rain is coming down in sheets. You're instantly soaked. I mean, probably already wet, but it's very cold. And you're probably shivering at this point, just with how cold and how wet you are. The wind is blowing. So that little bridge that you made to the cryopod is shaking back and forth. You can look over your shoulder and see that top hatch now, and that it's definitely going to have to be repaired. To do that, by the way, what you'll need, mechanically speaking, is 3 units of any kind of metal and a welder.
Knew you were going to say welder.
Yeah.
Yep.
We can't build welder because we have no batteries.
We don't need batteries.
But Lyle,
no, my bad.
if you would like to try to get across that bridge, I can do a nimbleness check to make sure that you can get across without falling into the water.
The leech pit.
Okay. Nimbleness. Nimbleness. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. I don't know the alphabet apparently. Why do I roll so badly?
no. Would you like to use a D4 or a
You're focused on
D6?
quackers.
Can I use the D6?
Absolutely, you've got two of them.
I'm holding
do.
I'm holding quackers, and I don't want to drop them. Oh, okay. So
Okay, nice.
16 total.
Nice, that's just enough. You almost fall several times. And you get the feeling like you really should be in the water with how poorly you're walking across this. But it's almost as if some higher power somewhere is smiling upon you and lets you get across this
Ooh,
bridge
is it Zan?
without falling into the water.
Get it? Higher
Gross,
power.
dumbass.
Higher power. Get it?
Just rude.
Anyway.
But you make it into the
Too
cryopod,
soon.
that section. And as you do, give me a quick sight roll.
All right. I can see things. Talking to me, right?
Can you see clearly now? The rain is
Nice.
gone?
Oh,
Nice, Alex.
a 22.
Perfect. So
I'm the
The wind
only
is
one who's
howling.
not
There-
trying to kill us.
the rain is just coming down and beating down on the top of the cryopod. It's deafening, and you're shivering, and you're holding this poor wet quackers who's also shivering, and even with all that, you glance over and you see two of the cryopods light up. You're the barber, you're no cryopod expert, but there's symbols that come across the little display screens on top of the cryopods that definitely are not any language you've ever seen.
I did put a rank in tech
Uh,
engineering, so I just assumed I'd been fiddling around with Boris and learning some things past the
Okay,
days.
so I'll give you this then. It's definitely not symbols that are programmed into the ship. These are not supposed to be here, and they glow green rather than the normal displays. Pretty neutral color scheme.
Okay, that's weird.
And then they activate. So, thawing the two people.
Okay.
It's definitely not something that this section of the ship is programmed to do, and it seems very, very off.
Our ambassador.
Okay, I'm gonna run over with 2 water bottles in my under one armpit and quackers under the other, and then just run over and just sort of wait until they open and thaw completely, I guess.
Okay. With that, we're gonna hop back over to the tub. So Boris, Tamsin, and Owen, water is pouring into the tub. The top is bent open, so it's not going to be an easy fix to close that. What did the three of you do?
Boris, do you think we can close that before we get flooded out?
This needs some repair. Well, I'll start work. Somebody fabricate me a welder.
Okay. I'll go over and start trying to fabricate a welder for Boris.
Okay. I'm assuming you have the materials for that. So just go ahead and mark those off your list.
Fine.
It creates a fabricator, or not a fabricator, a welder, and it builds in a battery in with
Oh,
it,
cool.
which can be removed.
Ooh. Rechargeable. Sorry, how much was that?
But you have a welder.
Okay, I'm gonna just hand that to Boris. Be like, just let us know what you need.
Okay. And I assume we have metal. I already got that. How much metal do I need to remove from the inventory?
3 titanium. You can use titanium, silver, or copper, or even gold.
Titanium, obviously.
Any kind of metal will work. But
Do you want to remove 4 Echo Relax? Just because I didn't remove the one from the welder?
I thought you have still opened that.
I do, yeah. Oh, can only one
please.
person open it?
No, but
Oh, well, yeah. Here, okay. I'll take
Let's not
4 away
edit
that
it.
way.
let's not edit it together.
Sounds good.
There you go.
Okay, save changes. We good.
So yeah, you've got the metal that you need and the welder now, go ahead and do a mechanical engineering roll with a -5 because it is drenching rain and high
Can
winds.
either of us help?
Absolutely.
Yes. Let's say, oh, and hold it this way. I say something that would help me focus on welding while somebody holds the hatch.
Yeah.
I moved the prepared food just out away from the water so it doesn't before I help.
Thank goodness our chef
Okay.
was on point with our fresh
we
fish.
still haven't had a meal. So what do you want us to?
So does Owen need to roll something?
Anybody that's helping, roll mechanical engineering as well.
Okay.
And
Sure.
as you're doing this welding, you notice there's a rubber ducky that just starts floating inside the tub in the water.
Solid fix.
Between the three of you, you get it fixed, and it works even better than it did before.
Oh, nice.
It swings open a little bit easier. So, for those that lack upper body strength,
You don't have
it's
to
a lot easier to
lean
push it
into
open.
to open it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot my character probably wasn't there since I was waiting at the cryopods.
Mm-hmm.
So if that makes any difference in the result, I don't know.
No. So you fix it. The tub is about it's up past your knees in water. But it's fresh water.
Oh, there's that.
I was gonna ask, do we want to let more of that in to fill things up? Well, we've got it. We can open this whenever it rains now, right?
That's pretty tempting, actually.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't get up to where the fabricator
it's
is, which is
true.
about halfway up the pod. So the fabricator is at about belly button height.
Oh yeah, so like 3.5, 4 feet.
Even if we have knees height, we already have much more we can drink.
Yes, definitely. It's now a cistern. The tub is now full.
Hey, I was talking about turning it into a pond anyway. wasn't
It's
I?
true.
Right.
Listen,
Right?
It's not going to be a pond where we put quackers in. We got to drink this stuff.
I was gonna say, let's keep the duck out of the drinking
Yeah,
water.
please.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn it!
So yeah, you can use those empty water bottles to keep refilling those from this
Hell
for,
yeah.
for a decent amount of time. Like there's a lot of water.
The boom
Do you all
present-
go find Lyle or?
yeah.
Yeah. We need to close the hatch and move to the cryopod
Mhm.
section.
Well, I will insist that you all chow down on this food first, because I don't want to carry it out in the rain.
Okay,
All of us take a fish.
I will not complain about that.
All right.
So is that small? Is that just edible fish, Raven? So I know.
One edible
One edible,
fish
okay.
per person. Yeah.
Okay. One edible fish. One.
And
Nice.
if it does say sick, okay. I was gonna say if it says sick, ignore that because it was well prepared.
Heck yeah.
Okay, and then I forgot to move you all back to the shallows, so there you go. All right, so same situation here. The bridge is very shaky. The wind is buffeting all of you around. It is freezing. You're immediately drenched to the core. You're in kind of basically like a tropical storm here.
Like a typhoon.
Yeah, it's not quite a hurricane, but it's a bad storm.
I'm just gonna swim across. I'm much better at swimming than I am at being balanced.
Okay, go ahead and roll. We'll swim.
We just got hit with a hurricane
Ooh.
the other day. It's a little bitty one though.
Okay. So you're having a real hard time getting across. Do you want to try again?
Yeah.
I think I will see that Tamsin has trouble with waves this height, so I'll jump in to help.
Okay.
Much obliged.
Swimming roll also.
Yes.
Oh no! I thought that was Agner Alexis. Holy crap!
Okay.
I like these rolls.
So
I'm gonna be covered.
yeah, Boris, You're able to help Tamsin over to the cryopod section.
We're gonna call it the fridge.
The fridge. I like that. You get the tub and the fridge.
I like that. I like that.
Makes
That's a lot
sense.
easier to
Yeah.
say. So the two of you get to the fridge. Owen, how do you want to try to get over there?
I can balance on that, I'm sure. Definitely.
You try to walk across and you immediately just go.
God. Okay,
The wind scoops up underneath one of those platforms and just lifts it up, and you just get dunked into the water.
I would like to go back and help Owen swim across.
Okay. Go ahead and make a swim roll there, Tamsin.
It's not a terrible roll.
And a swim roll for Owen.
Wow.
Oh, balls.
Okay, I'm trying to help
Okay,
them
We're,
both.
we're great at this.
Okay, so Boris is back in the water.
Oh my god, where?
Uh, Somehow the three of you make it back to the
Holy shit.
fridge. Make it back to the fridge. You're able to close the hatch. It's very, very loud. And then Boris, you start to feel a little bit lightheaded as you take 7 damage.
Oh no.
I'm definitely checking myself when we get into the fridge because I'm.
Okay, 7 damage.
I've had this happen before.
Or are these the?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say like vampire
Mob
leeches?
leeches.
Or something? Oh, leeches. It was leeches.
I presume.
Yeah.
Oh,
Leeches.
I will check myself for leeches as well.
Yeah, because I had
Tamsin
actually
and
mentioned
Owen.
those to Owen.
You don't have any on you.
I forgot about them, so probably now that I see them checking, I will start to see my leg pants, and we see some blood probably trickling down.
Yeah, which leg do you check first?
Left.
Left. So you check your left leg, and sure enough, there is one of those things just flattened, wrapped around your leg. The mandibles latched on, and it's at that point that you realize that you can't really feel the surface of your leg. And you see it just, happily going to town, drinking your blood.
I grab it behind its mandibles.
The tail, grab the tail.
I grab behind the mandibles. I don't pull.
Oh no.
I squeeze.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
Make a might check. 2 might checks actually.
This is where you
I want to.
fail.
I'm angry and I want to kill it.
Oh, I get you.
I applaud the commitment to roleplay here.
But I'm
Okay.
already lightheaded probably.
Yeah, don't worry about the second one then, because your grab and pull is ineffective. The second one was going to be because kind of like when you try to pull a tick off
Oh.
and you squeeze, there's a chance of getting disease that way. But the good news is you didn't squeeze hard enough to do anything to it.
Lyle, bring your scissors. We got another one.
What?
Your hand feels numb though.
Okay,
You can't feel the
I'm
palm of your hand
starting
now.
to feel woozy and numb.
Whoa. All right. Just take a seat.
I mean, I've got a knife. What do we?
We gotta take the tail off. It's where all the that's what Chuck told us.
Oh,
Oh.
sad.
Can I try and execute this?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a melee attack, and basically don't roll.
Don't stab in the
Terribly
leg.
I've not had to roll one of those.
We've been there.
If I put like 1 training under knives, do I add that to? I add like 1 to my melee.
Yep.
Uh,
Well,
Technically, no, those are just for skills, but in this particular case, yes.
Oh, I meant
I will
put it
allow you to
under
use that.
single attack melee and just said knives because of.
Oh, then yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. You're
You
good.
know how to
What do
fillet
I-
a fish.
What do I put for my scissors? Do I put knives too,
Um,
or do I just put scissors?
you could you
Scissors.
Well,
You can put them under both tools and melee attack, or it's either
Okay,
or both.
I have tools, grooming tools, and I have single melee attack scissors.
So the difference being like your trade or your tools training point is how well you know how to use them as a tool, and then your melee weapon training point is how well you know how to use them as a weapon.
Okay, and does that add into my scissors, or do I need to add that into the bonus to hit section?
no, you don't add anything in bonus until you have something that really is a bonus. That your training is added automatically.
Yeah, so that should only be a 16. Then, not a
Got
7.
it. Okay.
Okay. So yes, you stab this thing in the right spot without stabbing Boris's leg, and it lets go, and sort of flails on the floor.
I'm gonna stomp the shit out of it if Boris doesn't want to.
Well, I will let you only because you've said it first.
Okay,
I
fair
was
enough.
just to say it.
Also, I don't know if you can feel one of your legs, so I don't know if stomping's the best choice.
Well, it wouldn't stop
What
me from
about the
attempting.
other legs?
That's true. That's true. But you got to balance on that leg. Yeah, I'll smash it with whatever's available around. You know, like pick up a book and just.
Okay. Sure. You smash it. There's blood everywhere, and because it's wet, the blood is super everywhere because it mixes with the water.
Mm,
Can I check his?
what do you do now?
Can I check his other leg?
yeah,
Absolutely.
I allow that.
Wait,
Sure enough, the other leg, there is another
Okay, I thought you were going to say two. So I'll point that out to Lyle as well. And Owen, just like,
just as a reminder for how these look, are they like meaty at all? Do we think we could cook these?
These
Um,
ingredients.
you think you could
I'm
cook-
looking for native ingredients.
You could absolutely try. There's enough substance there that you could
make a nice little
eat
crisp.
it. It'd probably be, I imagine if you tried to cook it, it'd probably be somewhat like eel or maybe a snake.
Very gristly.
There's not a lot of meat there, but you could try. You don't know if they're toxic or not, though. But you could absolutely try.
Numbs the tongue when you eat it.
Yeah.
Would you like to get the second thing off of Boris?
Me or you, Mr. Scissors?
I thought I was waiting by a cryopod for some.
Yeah.
For some...
We're in the cryopods now.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I just was mistaken
That's
about
all
where
good.
we're at. All right, yes, I will. What do I roll? Single melee attack with my scissors to get it off? Is that what we're trying to do?
Yeah. Correct.
Why do I always roll this?
my god.
If this is the second time I've
You,
rolled a mad one in this like almost exact situation.
If you kill Boris.
You're shivering so hard, and you still got those water bottles under one arm, and you're trying to
And you've got
balance
crackers under
quackers
the other.
while you're doing this. You're just trying to balance everything while you're snipping with the scissors, and you slip and you just stab Boris right in the leg. Go ahead and roll your scissor damage.
Luckily, I rolled a one on that one too. 6.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So Boris take another 6 damage, and you have scissors
Hell,
sticking
what
out
the
of
fuck
your
are you
leg.
doing?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I saw
Wow,
an
Lyle.
Put the duck
The
down.
good news, Boris, you don't feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the good
So there's
news.
Yeah.
that at least.
Well, it doesn't activate my berserker. This
I'm gonna
way,
put-
at least.
I'm gonna put quackers down and ask that he stay right there. And I guess
Oh,
I'll.
okay.
Quackers just goes whack
All right, cool.
and
I
sits.
take that as a yes. And then, do I need
Please
to try
be more
again?
Careful.
You can certainly try.
Is
Boris gonna let you? Is the
Yeah.
question.
are we in a dire situation?
Since Boris
Dude's
doesn't
bleeding
feel
out.
Boris doesn't feel pain, so Boris just believes he's just pleased.
Could I like
That's all.
take? Is there like a take a 10 or take 20 type situation in this game where I could just like hang out for a while and do it very slowly or something?
Sure. I in this one instance, yes, I will let you just.
There's enough of us to.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just want to take
group effort.
all the time I can.
Yeah, group effort. You're able to do this and cut it, and yeah, same deal. it lets go. It falls to the floor and it flops around a little bit.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
now I stamp it. I try to rise and stamp it.
Okay. Give me a nimbleness
Oh,
check
no.
because you can't feel your legs.
Oh.
But I had
Fall
to
and
try.
crack your head on the deck plate, and another cryopod opens up.
4.
19, you do fine. You're able to stomp it. Again, blood is everywhere. It looks like somebody just got, maybe a group of people just got murdered in this,
somebody
this
exploded on the ground.
room. Yeah, there's so much water and so much blood, and it's all mixed together. It looks horrifying. And
This probably looks really
right
good
about
to the
that
cryopod
time,
people.
I was gonna say that right about that time is when Susie and Wilfred's pods open up as they've finished defrosting.
Oh goodness.
Beep, beep.
Boris looks up at opening cryopods. Oh, what now? Again?
Yeah, and I noticed something, Boris. The writing on the overlay of these pods or whatever that's on the outside here, it was something strange. It didn't seem.
Yeah. It said the type of the whatever caused them to fail.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just didn't know. I didn't know. Sorry.
No. You said you don't know what was that, but that's.
He's just ordering from the blood loss. It's probably okay. I've been there. I'm gonna start bandaging
just
up.
needs a Snickers.
I'm gonna start bandaging up Boris's legs.
Well,
All right,
actually,
I have 2 ranks of
I
medicine.
might have missed it. Lyle, did any of this lightning hit the cryopod?
I'm sorry. What?
Lightning.
Did lightning hit the
is,
cryopod?
Well, good. I better check what has malfunctioned.
Yeah,
with
I don't
those
know.
pods.
I was just running through here and I just saw them light up.
If they all start to fail, we may have a situation on our hands.
Mm-hmm.
Boris, as you ask that question, it suddenly dawns on everyone, aside from Susie and Wilfred, you haven't seen any lightning or heard any
I was
thunder,
just thinking that.
like at all.
Just boring rain.
Yeah, like there's been some probably like very faint thunder. It sounds a little off, but definitely no lightning.
Probably just the Kraken Vipers.
Lightning's coming from under the water.
Yeah, it's a very curious thing there.
So did we see 2 people step out of their pods then?
Yeah, Susie and Wilfred, you were able to step out of the pod. A 15 on medicine check. I believe that's worth a d6.
Sounds right.
Sorry, a d4. So Boris, you get 1d4 health back.
Do I roll that?
Susie and Wilfred.
Or the one that...
Yeah.
Okay.
Susie and Wilfred, you wake up and you're able to step out of the pods,
Susie
and
is
you
15,
know what you see.
rainbow-colored hair, and looks an awful lot like Chuck.
And you are stepping into a cryopod full of blood and really
And
rough-looking
people- And
survivors.
people holding bloody instruments and dead
Yep.
corpse things on the ground, and Susie screams.
If it helps, I'm scooping up those dead leech things.
Nice.
Susie starts screaming.
Are you scooping those up with your hands, or are you grabbing something to scoop them up with?
With some anything I can find.
Make yourself a little spatula.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's little bits of metal and stuff. You could probably figure something out with that.
Hi. Can you stop screaming for a second?
Do you want to hold the duck? His name's Quackers.
Please just hold the duck. He doesn't stop.
What's
the-
going on?
What's your name, sweetheart?
Oh, the duck, child. Duck is good.
Susie Nyonya.
Doesn't she look like that friend of yours?
Yeah.
Was
Are you related to a Chuck?
Yeah, they're my parent. Where are they?
Oh,
Sorry, and you are? I'm just gonna straight up divert to the other person.
Yeah, you see a real well dressed man with a slick back hair and a little line of white in his hair going back, and kind of a scar reaching down under his eye and onto his forehead. Oh, well, it's so great to see everyone. I take it this is not our destination.
No, yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Yeah, we landed on some sort of hostile water-based planet. The air's fine.
Fantastic. This is going to be a true test of faith. And
Oh
he
no.
looks around at all the
Knew that was
blood.
coming.
Well, it looks like your little sheep might be a little lost.
Oh yeah.
Where's
I haven't
Chuck?
seen any sheep around.
Oh, that's a little
Come here,
funny. It
sweetheart.
seems as though I'm looking at
I
quite
gotta
a
tell
few
you
sheep.
something.
Susie heads over with Tamsin, looking very, very worried.
I'll just lead Susie kind of over into one of the corners so we can talk. Like,
Yeah, Boris is also worried about the cryopods. Why they are failing.
Yeah. So okay. So Susie. Okay. I don't know how to. I'm sure you can kind of tell based on my demeanor that something bad happened to your dad.
Did you kill him?
They
No.
They weren't my dad. They're my parents.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm a genetic clone.
Oh. Wow.
oh, that makes so much
fascinating.
more sense.
Well, so Chuck, your parent went down in a blaze of glory. Let's put it that way. Chuck died saving people.
I mean, though technically Lyle is the only one that saw it happen.
Mm-hmm. The survivor.
Boris did
The
too.
survivor is writing the history.
Boris had the best view.
What happened to them?
They were trying to save Boris here and
They didn't
our
make it.
dear departed friend Lemuel, and they were eaten by a giant creature. This place is so scary and dangerous. I'm telling you.
Where isn't this? Isn't the colony?
I know.
Where is this?
We crash landed.
Yeah, we crashed, and there's no telling when people are gonna be able to come and save us. 8 months at least before they even know we're missing.
And I'm gonna kind of wave Wilford over as well. Like, look, okay, this is not an ideal situation. It's far from it. We need to work together to just survive, let alone get some kind of communication equipment up and be able to live on this planet for how long it might take for someone to find us. I'm going to level with you. This whole planet wants to kill us. It does not care about us. We've
There
lost
are-
3 people in 4 days.
There are giant sea creatures that keep eating us. I don't know why we keep swimming over to them, but they
Wow.
keep eating us.
You're not
Uh,
helping. Don't scare them.
No, but hey, are you all thirsty? We've got some water and we've got some fish cooked.
Oh, we ate the fish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why is there blood everywhere?
Oh,
That is an entirely different problem that you'll have to face pretty quickly. Don't
Yes.
step in the water here outside the ship.
yeah,
We should make boots.
yeah.
Why haven't we made boots?
Because we're stupid.
God.
Haven't you made dive suits yet?
No. We've kind of been busy trying not to die from either food poisoning or giant creatures.
Food and water's been real tough to come by.
Listen,
and-
I'm an
Why don't we eat the
astrophysicist.
duck?
He's a hairdresser.
Yeah, barber
Why don't
/
you eat the
hairdresser,
duck?
but
What?
That was my
Why
first
don't
question.
you eat the duck?
oh no, we're not gonna eat quackers because quackers would only fill a small amount of us, and the joy and the
I don't know. That's a pretty big
happiness that quackers brings
There's-
us is it makes it far worth it.
We can catch more fish than the duck would provide, and it keeps Lyle happy.
Yeah, and everyone else
The
too.
Quackers just looks at Susie and goes, "Quack."
duck. Susie
And,
looks to
it sounds like every other-
bloody scissors and looks back to Tams and is like, "Okay, I understand."
But quackers, yeah, it makes them quack. It's the same sounding quack as it always has been. But somehow, Susie, you get the indication that quackers doesn't like you.
I just woke up and got told my parrot is dead.
And now the comfort duck doesn't like me?
Worst timeline.
So Boris, you wanted to check on the cryopods. Could you roll a tech engineering roll for me?
Not
Oh my
20.
god.
Nat 20, so a 35. As you take a look at the two Susie's and Wilfred's cryopods, you can see that they have not malfunctioned. They're functioning perfectly. You can see that they were activated remotely by a protocol that you don't recognize. It's not even in a language that you recognize. The symbols, like it's a font that doesn't even exist in the computer. It's just a bunch of weird symbols. But you can tell that this happened remotely. It did not come from within the ship.
Okay. That's good news.
Why? What happened?
Oh. Well, told you many times I'm engine specialist. My knowledge of this stuff is rudimentary at best. But the cryopod computer, I don't even understand the coding they used here. It's completely different language.
That's what I was talking about. It didn't seem like the other stuff on the overlays that we've seen on the ship so far.
Well, what did it look like?
What I mean is there must be some other parts of the ship that are functioning somewhere nearby and still have the connection with. I mean, the cryopod has connection. Cryopods have connection with the computer there.
Like on a different part of the ship?
Yeah, must be pretty different part of the pretty big part of the ship still functioning somewhere nearby.
Oh,
Well, if it can remote into these, then it's still got some kind of communication, or at least transmitting.
or at least enough power to do something.
I don't know why the signal was sent to open those two, but it has been some kind of signal. And if there is some signal, something is sending it, right?
Can we trace that? Do I think I could trace that?
I mean, you can.
You can try.
I would say you could certainly try, but the answer is no.
Okay.
You can still try. You might get some information, but you won't be able to trace it like you're
Yeah, I
thinking.
would still try to be sure. Tech engineering?
Yes.
Nope.
Oh.
Like I better really good roll all game.
It's
What is it?
it's all Greek to
I'm
you.
gonna ask in character. What are you trying?
Well, it's gotta be coming from somewhere, right? Like it's gotta have a
Exactly.
signal. It's like looking at stars. They've always got you can tell the distance by
There
you
is
know.
some pretty big part of electronics nearby still functioning,
Could I roll
sending
as well?
signals. Our problems with data banks may have easy solution. We just not need to find this piece of ship.
You're right, actually. I mean, there might be a backup on that.
I want to roll gut feeling. What does that sound?
Memory banks, nuclear torpedoes,
Yeah, there we go.
revenge.
Full circle.
I mean, is there any chance that this is just like when a computer gets broken and it just starts looking like jarbled nonsense and doing stupid stuff on its own?
That's what I
No.
was thinking. I was thinking it was some
No,
sort of
okay.
coding language or something.
Well, yes. But from what I tell, there's been a signal that opened these pods. And I've said I don't understand this programming language. I won't tell you more because I don't know more. Huh.
That's fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
allow me to illuminate the situation for you just a little bit. The reason why you cannot understand it is because you are not yet meant to understand it. This is obviously you all have got a little bit more experience than my humble self does. But I
If you
would.
end us talking about a book, I'm gonna throw you in the leech pit.
I'm a rocket engine specialist. This is cryopod computers. Pretty different piece of equipment. There's no whatever
Exactly.
about it.
It's not in your plan to be able to understand it. Don't worry, there is a plan. We'll find a use for you at some point.
Yes, it's all about the blueprints. You're right.
Oh, can we stop fighting so much all the time?
Wait,
he's
who's
trying
fighting?
to get away from these people.
I don't know. People just
Does
are
Susie
raising
leave
their
the
voice.
fridge?
Does anyone want to help me?
Goes deeper into the cryopods, away from these
Okay.
people.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Do a blend in check for Susie, and then we'll go to Owen. You are able to like slide underneath one of the cryopods. You're pretty well hidden. Owen, what were you gonna do?
Oh, I was just gonna go
Pull
check.
out her
Go for
pocket
it.
knife, Swiss Army knife, and like flick the tiny blade out.
Okay. Oh, sorry. What was that, Patrick?
Now that there's new mouths to feed, I was gonna go check and see if our net picked up any more fish in the storm.
The net is looking pretty rough. If you look out there, you can see it's gonna need to be repaired. There's probably like one fish still stuck on there because the teeth that were used with it.
Okay.
So there's one fish like flopping on a spike.
So I've got one fish, and then I have to fill out the rest of the meal with these squished up slugs.
Oh.
Okay.
Was
yeah,
there a
go ahead and
fabricator
make
in
a-
here?
There is
Yeah,
not.
okay.
Okay, I couldn't remember where the
I
cooking
was pretty sure we didn't have
like,
one.
the top
Yeah.
of the fridge.
So we don't have a fabricator
here. Not in here.
Oh.
We don't even have the blueprints to make one, do we?
You should. I
Oh
believe that's
no,
one of the
well, we
starting
have
ones.
structure fabricator. Hang on, let me check.
And the structure fabricator can make the regular fabricators. Starting blueprints, equipment, resources, structure fabricator.
Fabricator. There it is. Yeah. We need
So
an electrical
you
kit.
start
Yep.
with start structure fabricator.
Yeah.
CPU.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing.
Before we wrap up, you're all gonna have plenty of water, so just drink enough water to put yourself at full on your character sheet. As for food, did you have any leftover food from the day before? Or any sea rations left, anything like that?
Silence.
Nope.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
going on day 2.
Whew.
Filtered
Is it filtered or
So-
is it distilled water?
Filtered.
water, yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Don't worry about the
okay.
the sick from the water because it's rainwater.
It's more at the ones that are coming down.
Yeah. But there's enough water that you all can just
Okay.
drink as much as you need to. You have a surplus of water for once.
How much do we need to drink for right now? Or for a
12.
day?
12.
12 units total. So just drink until you get up to 12, and just consider it, either
Do the people who just
filtered water or water bottle.
do the people who just woke up need to worry about food and water for the day?
You do not.
Okay.
Nice.
You start at full, basically.
Okay.
As for the food situation, there is still more time in the day before it becomes night. If you wanted to try to go catch some more fish.
Yeah, definitely.
under the water, you're going to be relatively okay. I mean, the water's still kind of murky because there's wind and the rainwater's
Question.
stirring things up.
Actually, hang on. Sorry, I've got to check something anyway. But otherwise, I'll be fishing with the rest.
Okay. I'm just going to say that if you spend the rest of the day sticking to the shallows fishing, you're going to get enough fish for everybody to be full on food.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm
if
not
that's
doing.
all you're doing.
I'm not doing anything else then.
Am I able to cook them up enough to keep people from getting sick?
Yes.
Nice.
I will say that I won't make you roll for it because we're running
Okay.
out of time.
So don't roll for food. I will reset everything to 0 later. Just press another day.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, cool. In that case, we're going to wrap it up there. Is there anything that anyone wants to do before we go off to a little side scene away from the survivors?
I would probably find Susie and try to at least let her know we're all not, raging lunatics.
Well,
luck.
That is up to you. Tamsin is not exactly the most empathetic of beings, so.
Susie's hiding. She's terrified of you people.
Then yeah, Tamsin would probably spend a while looking for her, and
She's
then be
pretty
like,
sure
"All
you
right, well,
killed her parent.
whatever." If she
Yeah,
wants to
especially
eat,
my
she'll come
crazy
out.
character.
She's pretty sure Lyle killed Chuck,
Yeah, he's the strangest
and you're
one.
all being held hostage by Lyle.
Sounds about right.
It's amazing.
You're not like wrong by any means. It's the duck, I tell you.
Yeah, Lyle's
The
actually
duck did
being
it.
controlled by the duck.
Yeah, it's a parasite.
The duck made me do
Hey,
it.
where do you think that strange language on the cryopod came from? It was a
Oh
duck.
god. Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Okay. Boris, are you doing anything?
Oh wait, shit.
For the rest of the
I'm
day?
also gonna try and
Well,
get my
you-
telescope down.
Yeah, you're able to do
Okay.
that.
Well, you said we have to use our time to fish, so I assumed I do nothing.
There's still some
Uh,
like time in the dark, isn't there?
Yeah, like there's something else that you could do. Is there anything that you like want to talk to anybody, or any little project that you want to work on, anything like that?
Well, I just want to say that I need to work on that computer a bit to actually find which of the recipes contain batteries that. Let me rephrase that. Which of the tools and electronics come with battery?
Good question. So you do have the blueprint for batteries. You should have that to start with.
Yes.
But the welder, the flashlight, I believe, starts with a battery.
Structure fabricator?
The structure fabricator starts with one. I think that's it.
So welder is our only
The
option.
scanner. The scanner has one as well.
Yeah, but I all have battery as an ingredient, so that would be one-to-one exchange. So
Okay,
only
yeah. So I
welder is
think the
our
welder's
option.
the only one that. Yeah.
I think I see where you're going with this.
Okay, so I would spend some time analyzing this, so let's say that's all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. I think Chuck had the scanner on them,
Oh.
so you're down a scanner. Fortunately.
No, Chuck didn't. Chuck left it in the tub.
Oh, okay. Then you
Yeah,
still have the
we didn't leave
scanner.
it in the tub unless we were specifically going out to scan.
Bobbing along in the water.
That's right. That's right. All right. So let's see. Owen, is there anything that you wanted to, any interaction you wanted to do with the rest of the crew, or anything that you wanted to work on?
I'd probably. I don't think. Did we get Swab Southern Gentleman's name yet? Did he have the chance, or did we cut him?
No one's asked for my name, but that's perfectly fine. I am the Right Reverend Wilfred Slick. If you all might have known about my we'll say, a calling. Back before we left, I was a shepherd of the people. I preached the gospel of the way, of the church of the humanity, and I think there's a good chapter in the Book of Water that could find us a little bit of faith in this hard time. Lo, though the sea is calm, the fish do swim, and where the fish do swim, the birds do fly, and where the birds do fly, there is hope. So he says. Now
Well, it
see
sucks if
that,
there's no birds around.
There was some.
and then he stops and just looks at Quackers.
For some.
Oh, that barely counts.
Oh yeah, this bird actually hitched a ride with us from the farming.
Also, he
section
hasn't
of the ship.
flown.
Yeah, I think his wings.
His time has not come to fly yet.
Well, do you want to? Well, it's nice to meet you. Do you want to help me taste test some leeches?
I have full confidence in your abilities.
Perfect. I take. In my head, that is a yes.
Yeah.
Shit.
Serve that
So,
shit up grilled.
I'd like to try.
Take a note, and we'll deal with the taste testing the leeches next time. Lyle, was there anything you wanted to do? Any interaction you wanted to have before we close it out?
No, just Lyle's basically like cries himself to sleep with Quackers in his arms.
Poor Lyle.
Hey, where's that
Okay.
fuck off stick?
I gave away my
Probably-
spear.
Good question.
I gave away
Probably
my
still
spear
in
to
the tub.
Tamsin.
I think Boris has the fuck off stick, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's different than the spear.
Yeah, no, the fuck off stick is a carefully crafted weapon of murder.
Excuse me.
I don't know if any of us took
Got
it
it.
with us. It might just be in the tub.
Boris, where is the fuck off stick while you sleep?
Well, we didn't. Well, I probably stowed it away for the time we will go hunting the krakens. It's not my personal weapon. It's a holy relic of our crew.
Oh, it's
enough.
like the first artifact of this world, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Endure Fortress right there.
All right.
Once people are like not looking, noticing, Susie's gonna poke around and find what random shit she can find for using to protect herself.
Lyle.
You probably find one of those sharpened pipes. I think the fuck off stick was. I was under the impression it was left on the tub. Honestly, your best weapon out of anything that's left right now is probably still your Swiss Army knife.
Yep. Gotta have something to keep Sweeney Todd at bay.
That's amazing. All right. Was there anything else anybody needed to do?
Yeah, after that, she's gonna find
All right.
like the deepest corner / underneath something to make a hidey hole to sleep in.
Okay. Oh, goodness. All right. In that case, we're gonna end with the crew eventually falling asleep, and then the camera is going to pan downwards, and it goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the ocean, to a very, very dark area. There's just a little bit of light from some bioluminescent plants. It's extremely deep, and we see two sort of seaweed overgrown, murky water surrounded computer screens. They look alien, like they don't look like human computer screens, and they both glow faintly green. And somehow in the water, us as the audience now are able to hear one of them. It glows a little bit and it fluctuates with the voice that comes out of it. In a very glitchy, electronic, computerized type voice. One screen asks the other, do you think they could be salvation? The other screen replies back, they do have technology. The first screen replies, many have died already. Or will there be enough? And the second screen just replies, there are many more of them. I just released 2 more. And the first screen just simply replies, then we will wait and see. With that, that's where we're going to end the session.
Dun dun dun.
That was fantastic. We're going to do some what's our favorite part and where can we find people next, and then we're going to go on a raid. But yeah, that was fantastic. We're going to go opposite order this time and start with Alex. So what was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else you want to share?
I died. It was awesome. We are such
I'd like to-
dumbasses. We just like, oh, let's add another Kraken and add another Kraken and add another Kraken. Now there's a Kraken orgy.
I heard you like Krakens, so we put a Kraken in your Kraken so
Yeah.
you can mate while you
These
mate.
are supposed to be rare.
we found that you were
creatures, and
lacking
we
Kraken,
found
so
3
now
of
you're no longer
Oh.
crack-a-lacking.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Sorry, the fact that our logical solution to this is, oh, let's add another fiber.
The logical solution
Yeah.
here is to release the Kraken.
Exactly.
And I'm just amazed that there still was one, because I rolled for that to see if one was, or see if they were still there, and then to see how many there
Oh
were.
my god.
There was just the
Oh
one.
my god.
Yep.
Until there was the 2.
Until and we were like, no,
Two,
no,
and
don't
then
worry
there's
about
like,
rolling about
two's
it.
not enough. I get 3.
Aménage-toi.
Now you have to deal with their suspicious daughter.
Pardon your French.
Yeah.
She has full reason to be.
I see you, Lyle. I'm watching you. You can find me here.
Where could
Well, you can
yeah.
find me on Saturday on what's the name of the channel?
Polish cryptids.
Polish Cryptids channel. As I play in the game that Jay is running for charity, which is really awesome, and you guys should come watch us. And then I'll be back here
Absolutely.
again on Tuesday for Water again. Or you can find me on Twitter at Agent Boss.
Fantastic. Next, we've got Zan. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else you'd like to share?
Yeah, I am, as Patrick and I were talking a little bit in the Zoom chat, I am so excited about starting yet another cult. It's a pastime of mine. I love playing religious zealots. It is my guilty pleasure, and I am very much looking forward to putting a character through that, especially after playing such a grump. I'm Zan. You can find me at insanitygaming.com or twitter.com/insanityttrpg. The next place you can catch me is Friday on Polish Cryptids channel. Australian and American time zones are super confusing. It'll be Friday morning US on Polish Cryptids channel. Saturday night on Polish Cryptids channel, where I'll be running a Afterlife Wandering Souls. We'll be starting a 3-session Afterlife Wandering Souls game for the Bell Project, and then on
Sunday here.
Sunday, which is I guess Monday my time, I will be running Onyx. I'll be running a game of They Came From Beneath the Sea, which seems oddly on the nose at this point, for their online, for the Onyx Path Publishing's online convention benefiting the Bodhana Project. So yeah, going to be a super busy weekend for me. Hit me up if anybody wants any details for those. they're all going to be a great time.
Awesome. Fantastic. Next, we've got Patrick. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else you'd like to share?
Oof, I don't. There was so much to pick from. I'm not sure. I think the growing suspicion that Lyle is going to kill everyone. His involvement in every death so far.
Yeah. I just lead people to the depths and then abandon them.
Then I think probably my favorite part was all of us repeatedly falling in the water trying to and then Boris being the one to save us and the only one that got immediately.
Right? Oh, the dice are cruel.
But besides here, you could catch me and Leland tomorrow night on Twitch TV Dark Galaxies Gaming in our Tales from Saltmarsh campaign.
Join us for some pirate adventures.
Excuse me.
We are
Yes,
much more
that's
competent.
awesome.
We are much more competent on the water in that campaign.
Oh yeah. They made my
all right.
goblin assume the role of captain in that game. So
Oh no.
pretty excited.
Oh goodness. Great. Well, speaking of Leland, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else you'd like to share?
My favorite part was Zan's top half. No, I'm just kidding. No, my favorite part was probably just the general chaos and deadliness of the game, and getting to kind of see some sort of strange, almost almost subplot in the background unfold, kind of like through the. I mean, I don't metagame really very much, so I don't have to worry about that. But I still like seeing that sort of thing. And as far as where you can find me next, well, tomorrow, like Patrick said, but then also on Thursday, June the 11th, we begin our game of Perilous Sun on twitch.tv/Chromatic Chimera. I'm pretty sure we're raising money for the Bale Project as well. It could be a different charity. I'm not 100% sure. It's either the Bale Project or the Trevor Project. It's one of those very important projects. And there's also it's at 6 p.m. Central. It's a grimdark science fantasy D&D homebrew game where I'm playing a little mouse rat folk artificer who has the armorer subclass, so he's going to be riding around in a mech suit. And then on Saturday, I am playing in a show called The Inspectors on twitch.tv/ImpactRPG at 3 p.m. Central, and that is a paranormal investigation in Waterdeep, wacky adventure D&D game. It's a lot of fun as well.
Cool.
And
fantastic.
at Leopold the Just everywhere on the internet.
Awesome. Next, we've got Jay. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else you'd like to share?
Hey, I'm Jay. I am a player and a GM here on Black Feathers Guild, as well as a few other places around the internet. My favorite part was probably trying to figure out how Tamsin would actually process that kind of death in the group, but also just seeing how we all still kind of pulled together in the end of it. We're this weird disparate group of totally non-meshy people, but it's nice to see that we're all still kind of trying to work. We just lost my plot.
No worries.
Right, where you can find me next is on Saturday on Polished Cryptid's channel. I'll be running Victoria, which is a fairly rules light, similar to Apocalypse World systems, and that one is going to be a bit of a surprise, so I don't want to ruin it for Alex. That you can find me on Polished Cryptid's channel at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then after that, you can actually find me with Zan as a player in that game as well on Sunday. And that is at,
Awesome.
I believe, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern.
All right. And last but not least, we've got Econorlax. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else you'd like to share?
My favorite part was the moment when our newly taught Susie uh, s- connected the dots, the Lyle and the duck, and said, "Oh, I get it." Or I don't understand.
Look at the bloody scissors. I get it.
Yep,
Okay.
that was it.
Yeah.
That we need the duck to keep Lyle happy.
Yeah, that's the murder prevention duck.
Yeah.
You can find me next. Wait, we don't have games this weekend, Raven, right?
Correct. So next Tuesday here, I think, is
Yep.
the next.
So next Tuesday here. And you can find me also on Twitter as Econorlax in the meantime. And that's pretty much
Fantastic. All right. My favorite part. There's a lot of really good parts. I was really excited to finally get to reveal some of the actual story part of this campaign. So that was a lot of fun for me. I'm excited to see what else you all kind of unearth as we go along. But yeah, Lyle seeing the first little hints that maybe you're not entirely alone on this planet, and then getting to do that reveal at the end. Probably my personal favorite part, but I also really enjoyed, as Lemuel would say, watching everybody be dumbasses, with the Kraken Vipers. And the fact that Boris got was literally eaten whole by one of these things and managed to get away. That is epic. So those were my favorite parts. You can find me next tomorrow on Encounter Roleplay at 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, which is going to be 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, where I'll be playing Jessica Tracy on Gala of the Damned. Very, very fun Zweihander show. Definitely go check me out on Encounter Roleplay tomorrow, and then I'll be back here again tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, for the Tikva Files. And then after that, we will not have any streams on Friday or Saturday. And then Monday, we'll still be doing Empires and Epitaphs in the evening. We may not have Fleshmaker's Folly. It's going to depend on how soon I get back, because I will be out of town. But I will tweet about that probably that Sunday to let everybody know if we're going to be playing or not. And you can follow me on Twitter at the Raven, like it says right below my face. We're going to go on a raid, though. We've got our raid cry of I want to stab it in its chakra point. And we're going to go raid.
Raven, the look on your face when Zan said that. Just the absolute, how the fuck do I roll this?
Yeah. Well, sorry, let me find somebody else to raid. There's two people I was going to try to raid, and both have gone offline since I've been talking. So I was going to raid Zweihander, and then they were gone, and then I was going to raid Dark Aardvark, and then they just went offline. I don't have his thing handy. I do have Nerdsmith up right now, though, and they look like they're having some fun with Jackbox games, so they are awesome folks over there. If you're not already following, we are Nerdsmith on Twitch. I highly recommend it. I've GM'd over there once or twice. GM'd once and played over there once, and thoroughly enjoyed the experience both times. So definitely give them a follow, and then I will see you all tomorrow. So thank you again, everybody, for playing. Thank you for everybody for watching, the guild coin spending and everything. It was a blast, and yeah, see you all tomorrow.
Night.
Bye.